What's going on, Internet? The Black Hokage here, aka TVH. And to be honest, I'd like to welcome you back to the Gaming Illuminati podcast. It is a lot here at stake on episode 68. So allow me to introduce you to my co-host with the most chance to get a free copy of Yakuza 6 after PSN released the full game in the demo, allegedly. UTX, JG, the Don, say what up to the people.
What's up, people? Shout out to everybody that came through. I know that this is a little bit not on our schedule. We generally do this on the weekends, but shout out to everybody that could see this live.
I just realized it is Thursday. Like, these days blur together to me, bro. And my second co-host finally decided to stop sniping lames in the chat for a bit to hop off the roof and join the conversation. Some say the 2K Illuminati is real after the whole 2K Combine drama, but he'll most likely just tell you to shut up. Say what up to the people, Flock.
What up, everybody? It's your boy Flock back in here again, man. It's been a while, man, but we out here, man. Let's talk about some games and get it going.
Hey, and in case you didn't know, this show is powered by you, the viewers, thanks to Patreon. Today's Patreon guest goes by the name of J. Kel. Tell the people a bit about yourself. Shout out your social medias, whatever you like, man.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is my, second time being on here. I think the first time was with Black on All Anime Gays Are the Same. Appreciate y'all for having me. Been watching y'all for a couple years now, and I appreciate how y'all interact with the community back and things of that nature. No social media platforms to shout out right now. I might start doing a streaming channel sooner or later. I don't know when, but
Bet. If you guys want to appear on the show like him, make sure to support us on patreon.com/GI updates. And of course, if you want to take the show on the go, just know this podcast is available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and the Google Play Store. So if you want to listen to us in the gym or in the car, feel free to. Just remember to look up the word Illuminati. When you spell it, we spell it with naughty or nice, not like the regular way. And my opening statement is I know some of y'all probably thought, you probably left one off the list. For those of you who haven't been coming through to the streams, just know that the Gaming Illuminati podcast is officially available on Spotify, bitch. Yeah. So if you want to support the show further, go follow us on Spotify. Like I said, just search the word Gaming Illuminati. Keep in mind that we spell Illuminati with the word naughty as in naughty or nice. I would really appreciate if you guys really get on Spotify and support us. Whip out your phone right now, search it, or if you're on your computer, search it. It should be the first thing that comes up. Follow us. You can get all the shows, the new ones as well as the old ones, which is really dope. All right, all that promoting, let's get it out the way. Let's get into the opening conversation. Back in the 80s, man, they had this thing. It was called Pac-Man Fever. I remember. I'm sure Flock remembers that.
Wow, I gotta remember it.
but nowadays, everybody's got Fortnite fever. So I wanted to go ahead and throw this into the opening conversation and talk about Fortnite, the craze. They just recently announced Fortnite Mobile for iOS and Android. Actually, right before we started the show, I seen people on my timeline, they're getting their Fortnite iOS invites. So people are going crazy right now. And you are a guest, J. Kel. How you feeling about Fortnite? Are you enjoying the game? Have you had hot hands-on time with it? How you feeling about the hype? You feel like it's too much? Go ahead, give people your opinion.
Really, I haven't had a chance to really play Fortnite.
Damn. Well, how about the hype then? How about the hype? Do you feel like people are blowing it out of proportion? And is there a reason why you haven't played?
For a while, I was on the fence of whether I should download it or not, and it was also like back and forth. Like, do I want PUBG? Do I want Fortnite? Since they announced the mobile of Fortnite, I'm like, all right, obviously, it's getting a lot of attention. And then I had a friend like blew my request up, like the spam mail Fortnite request. So I was like, you know what? Maybe this weekend I'll give it a try.
Okay.
I don't think it's been overhyped.
Okay, that's actually interesting. What about you, Jay?
Man, like, it's crazy because like we've literally been seeing Fortnite since the beginning, back when it was just Save the World. I never thought that they would have went the battle royale route, but it's obviously like way too hype right now. PUBG opened the gates. Well, it actually started with H1Z1 in their mode, which it was still really arcadey, with PUBG kind of like put it into the forefront. And fix some things and didn't make it as arcadey, made it more realistic, and everybody was on that. Like, you couldn't stop talking about PUBG. But again, the thing was, it wasn't on consoles yet. Fortnite literally took that craze, took over, put it on the consoles first, and now they're even hitting iOS first. It just seemed like Epic is doing everything first before PUBG gets a chance to even get the updates out. And it's just ridiculous. Like, I never seen a game, or it's been a long time, because I feel like Call of Duty kind of had that spot. before like everything just kind of like died down and people started getting sick of it. But Fortnite is like that game that everybody is playing right now. Everybody. You got celebrities, you got athletes. All that craziness happened last night with Drake joining the #1 Fortnite streamer, Ninja. Like, yo, like this is serious. It's really, really serious right now. Everybody is enjoying this game. People are getting super duper addicted, probably playing hours on hours upon hours, and they're just about to hit another market with this iOS stuff. So, and with the crossplay too, crossplay added, that's again another major thing. So I don't know how long this is going to go on, but Epic got the juice right now, man. Fortnite is real, and for now, it's here to stay.
What's the name? It's to the point where I recently put out an article on the site. PUBG Mobile, that's been a thing in China. We know it's coming to the West.
China.
What's the name? Yeah, they've been it's been going on in China. They just recently today they launched it in Canada, PUBG Mobile, and I couldn't help but wonder, are they doing this? Are they kind of rushing it out to the gate to the West because of the whole Fortnite phenomena? Are they going to trip over themselves? Is it going to be unoptimized? Because my thing is, like, in my 27 years on Earth, and maybe I'm crazy, have y'all ever heard of a game launching in Canada first? I'm not trying to slander Canada.
No,
I've never heard of that.
Never.
Like that feels like they want to bring it to the West, but it wasn't quite ready for the States for the impact that because I would imagine there'd be more people on the servers in the States. But I found it really strange today that they launched in Canada. How you feeling about Fortnite, Floyd?
Coming from somebody who got a taste of playing it during E3 last year, I was one of the ones that said I didn't really care for it. But the mode we played was the PvE mode. But then when it came with the battle royale mode and everything, and after seeing people saying how fun it was, I think it was Nomad kept trying to convince me to play it, and I just like, I don't know. It's kind of like the whole PUBG thing. It just took me a while to open up to it. But after playing, I probably played it the least amount out of everybody. I think it's cool. I mean, if it's done correctly, I think the whole mobile thing would just expand what's already taken over. Hopefully, it's just not a flavor of the month until the next game come out and people kind of like stop playing and stop supporting it. But I think it's the hottest game out right now, so I have no problem with it if it's done right with the mobile thing. I think Fortnite is a great. It's really fun. It's not one of those games. It's like you're gonna be like you don't take it too serious. At least I don't. I don't take it too serious when I play it.
You feel like it's like because I was having a conversation with Black last night, and he was saying that one problem that he's had with this generation, and I actually agree with him when he said it, is there hasn't been a game that really defines this generation since the Xbox One and PS4 came out. Mm-hmm. And he was saying it might be Fortnite. Because I mean, if you remember last generation, we had Call of Duty, we had God of Wars, you know what I'm saying? Like we had all these different games that really made that generation. There hasn't really been that breakout game. Like would you guys say that maybe Fortnite could potentially be that game? They could be the face of gaming for this generation?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Like it's a game that kids and grown people can all play at the same time. It's not any blood or anything in it. It's really not anything besides that random CNN article that said Fortnite is ruining children or whatever. But like it's still like it's that fun game. A lot of people thought that it was initially after PUBG came out. They were like, oh, this is kiddie. Like I don't like the building, all of that. And all of a sudden, like everything changed. You saw the big streamers getting on it. You saw the pro gamers getting on it. They're actually about to go competitive with Fortnite eventually. So like it's the real deal now. Like people are like all the grown people are no longer saying that it's a kiddie game and are actually giving it a chance, and more people are getting to play this together again with all the crossplay and with people on the consoles as well as the PC all playing it at the same time, and we can all play it together. So like it is that game, man. I feel like it is that generational defining game.
They just announced that E3 event too, the 50 celebs, 50 pro players too. Yeah. So look out for that for E3. I like the game. Like it's cool. Like I still prefer PUBG. I prefer the realism. Sometimes the shooting is mad inconsistent. Like several people even commented on one of my videos. I got a headshot on a dude with a shotgun, and it did 6 damage. And somebody was like, sometimes the guns just can be mad inconsistent, and obviously that comes with the arcadey feel of it. So I mean, I can't be too mad at it, but it's all right. It's something to play. I'll play it every once in a while, but I don't be on it like y'all. I feel like I'm gonna stick to what I said. I'm still not fully convinced with Fortnite because I feel like Fortnite benefited from blue holes of mistakes. The game PUBG still not optimized. It's still not on PS4. The Xbox version has been like deserted. What's going on with that? They don't even have the desert map from my understanding. So it's missing all these things, and they're trying to launch the mobile version. Meanwhile, Fortnite, Epic, it's their engine. It's Unreal, so they knew how to optimize it. It's on all consoles. It's free to play. So I feel like they benefited from that. I think the real test, I still think, will be for when it has more competition. You got the Darwin project that just came out, which is really dope. You got Mavericks Proving Grounds, which is going to be that new 400-man battle royale game. You got the Paladins battle royale. There's a lot of battle royale games coming out, and I feel like the real test, if Fortnite survives all the competition, then I'll be impressed. But until then, I just feel like they're capitalizing on PUBG's mistakes, which I'm not mad at. I mean, business is business. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
True. So I mean, that's how I feel about it. Other than that, I mean, Fortnite is here to stay, I guess you can say. Moving on to Xbox news. Games for Gold, March. Do you guys want to know what games you guys are gonna get, even though we're like in the middle of the month? They're kind of weak, to be honest. Let's see. On the Xbox One, you get 2 games. You get the Trials of the Blood Dragon, and then you get Super Hot. Super Hot was actually all right, but it's just a really short 2-hour game. And on the 360, you get Brave, the video game, and then Quantum Conundrum, which is like some puzzle game. I mean, y'all like puzzle games?
No.
So yeah, that's what you get. Look out for that. Look for the link. Other Xbox news. Microsoft just tweeted out, the head of PR, and this is why I'm not taking it seriously. The head of PR for Microsoft tweeted out this is going to be their biggest E3 ever. They said market calendars for June 10th at 1 p.m. Pacific time, Microsoft Theater, or if you're at home, you can watch it on stream. That's when it's going to happen. Jake Kell, what do you want to see from Microsoft at E3, and what do you think they're hinting at, saying this is going to be their biggest showing ever?
One, I remember, like, I think I saw an article like a couple months ago that Xbox is starting to like focus more on their own exclusives. So what I think they could be hinting to is, like, maybe they're announcing some more games that are like exclusive to Xbox. Whatever. I also think that they might. Did they give a release date for the Xbox One X?
It's already out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my foot's on it right now.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to Xbox like that, but
we don't blame you.
But I feel like because I could have sworn I seen an article like not too long ago of them saying they were focusing more exclusive for the Xbox. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're hitting to, or maybe it's continuation of some games that are like fan favorites, and maybe like they're doing sequels. That could be the case.
Okay. What do you want to see, Flock?
Some games, bro. Some games, man.
You don't want another 4K texture pack, an 8K texture pack for Minecraft?
I don't want to see nothing else about no Oculus Rift, no more Minecraft. Cuphead already came out, so we can't do that. I mean, we might actually see Crackdown again since that game never came out.
What about Scalebound? It's coming back?
Who knows, man? Maybe a new Fable. I don't know, man. It's hard to gauge with Microsoft, man, because they come out and they do their little indie montages and stuff like that, but then they start talking about some new system or some new peripheral or something. But I just want to know, man, where the games at, man? We've been saying this for a while now, and it's turned into a running joke. I just want to see some games. They came out with one game, like really one exclusive game to talk about, and that was Cuphead, which did good.
That wasn't exclusive. That was on PC.
But it was on PC. But you know how?
Didn't we say this before?
Didn't we say this before? We really have to define what's considered as exclusive now, because they're considering stuff they put on PC as console exclusives. But I mean, I'll let them. We still gonna give them that. We'll give them Cuphead, but they just haven't done anything, man. I just need to see some games, bro. Because mine is my Xbox One is a TV stand, yo.
Yeah, mine's a footrest. I'm resting my foot on it right now. Listen, Jay, how you feel about what you think about this situation?
Oh man, it's so funny because during the conferences that we've been going pretty much every year, like, they show games. I'll give them that. They show games, but it's just not exclusive games. I, for one, appreciate the fact that, they're getting far into the whole Windows family. Pretty much everything that's on Xbox is going to also come out for the PC. I'm happy because it just gives me another reason why I don't need to buy it. But we all know what they need to do. They really need to come out with the exclusives. I don't care if it's a Windows exclusive or not. You need to come out with an actual exclusive, like a new IP. I'm not talking about Gears 5. I'm not talking about another Halo, because like we all know that somewhere down the line that's going to come back. we need some actual new, refreshing IPs. I kind of feel like, and this kind of pains me to say, but I feel like Microsoft is kind of just like just ran out of ideas, kind of like Nintendo. Cause like we've been at it for the same stuff on Nintendo, and like Nintendo was finally, it seemed like they're coming around, but Microsoft with for their exclusives, they're just not coming out with anything new and refreshing, something that make me like, oh, like I really want to go out and get an Xbox One X, so I can enjoy this in 4K. Like nothing really really makes me want to go out and get anything. So I need to see something new. I don't want to see another Gears. I don't want to see another Halo. I don't want to see another racing game. That's pretty much all that they have right now. And like all the multiplats, it's fine because like you can play it on anything else. So that doesn't impress me with you showing that at your actual conference. So I need to see something new, man. Otherwise, like it's going to be the same old. You have this 4K machine that doesn't have anything to play.
I feel that. That's deep. So I mean, if they stood on stage, they announced Halo 6. Y'all walking out?
I'm not gonna walk out, but
we're gonna do what we did last year, fall asleep in there.
Yeah, fall asleep, bro.
Yeah. That's a shame, bro. It's like they're saying it's gonna be the biggest ever, but I don't know. We know they have the Halos and the Gears, but like we want something new, and I don't know what that new is gonna be. And then on top of that, I feel like they've built a mistrust amongst the gamers because, I mean, look at what happened with Scalebound, and look with what's the name, Crackdown 3. That still hasn't even came out. So let's say that they announce a new game, I might be looking at it like, yeah, well, this might go the route of Scalebound. Like 6 months down the road, it might get canceled. It's gotten to the point where I don't trust Microsoft. So I don't know. I mean, I guess you could play 2K and 4K. I guess there you go. That's something. But I don't know what to expect from them. I'm hoping to be blown away. I'll tell you this though. I don't want to see. I'm sick and tired. This applies to all three, the big three. No more Minecraft on the main stage. No more little 2D cutesy indie games on the main stage unless it's in a montage. Like just stick to the. I want him to come out and just give me at least like 2-3 new IPs that we never heard of. Because like you remember when they first announced Anthem, everybody was like, "Oh, okay, what's this?" Like we need more of that. And less of oh wow, another Gears. Zombie Dom is back. But it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out when the show goes down on June 10th. I mean, this is multi-plat news, but I put it under Microsoft because I know Microsoft had like some exclusive deal with them for the launch of The Division 1. The Division 2 has been announced, nothing major. They just put out kind of like this little teaser saying it's coming and they're going to do a full reveal from E3. I know you spent a lot of time with Destiny 1, Flock. So I know you're familiar with kind of like the formula. What would they need to do with the Division 2 to like reel you back in?
Actually, I played the Division.
Okay, so you love RPG shooters, period. Then okay.
Yeah, I used to play it. When the game came out, when they first announced it, I was like, that was like one of my most anticipated games, that for that year to come out. So when I heard that it was coming out and some of the stuff that they, how they brought it wasn't exactly how they kind of like promoted it. It was like, when I seen it, you going on these missions and then some, one team member can go rogue and all this other stuff. I thought that was real interesting, but it just turned out to flop. I played it a lot. I played that game a lot. And after a while, it's just like, it's basically like a Destiny type of game where you have to do a bunch of grinding and, but then you have to go that route where you have to like craft weapons, craft weapon parts and stuff like that. And it was just, after a while, it just became the same shit, different toilet. For the most part, it was just like, okay, how many daily missions can I do? How many of this type of missions can I do? It was just, the Dark Zone was a disappointment. The game, the different things that you could do in the game it was cool at first, but it just was nothing else. And it took too long for them to implement new stuff into the game, because they're still trying to do stuff with the game now, but it's kind of like, too late. Like, why didn't you do this the first year the game was out? So I don't like it. I know you just recently played it again, and as you can see how that
this shit is unbalanced, really.
Yeah, it's like if you don't play the game nonstop, if you go a month without playing that game, when you get back on the game, you're gonna feel so like out of place, so out of touch with the game. It's like it's so much bullet sponging and all that other nonsense. You go in the Dark Zone, just go up against these enemies that just straight bullet sponges, and then you go up against other players that's just. It's just you just
like Destiny is Destiny's like slightly unbalanced with some of the guns and stuff, but The Division is straight up unbalanced when I went back to go play it because I was level 30, and if y'all played the game, at launch the max level was level 30, but because all the DLCs came out, the new max level I believe is 99, and their matchmaking didn't put me up against level 30 to 40s. It put me up against level 99s. I hop in the online to play the PvP, and I'm getting headshotted and just dropping like instantly, so it's totally unbalanced if you don't have the DLC. I hope they find some way to try to balance it better, because I don't think that's very fun to have to put 100,000 hours into it just to play the PvP. What about you, JK? How you feel about the Division 2?
I look at it as a hit or miss game. Because for one, the whole like Flock said earlier, the whole grinding and like not really getting much.
I can see. I think that's how most people played it for about a month and then dropped it. What about you, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, I beat the story and I was like, that's it. Like, I had no interest to play it again. I felt like Ubisoft, like when we were talking about Bluehole PUBG, I just kind of felt like they missed the ball, like to really get the game right. I heard that it's good now, but it's still not enough for me to go back. So for the Division 2, like, I don't necessarily know what they can do that like going to reel me in. Besides, like, I don't know, just have like more content there from the start. I know that Ubisoft and a lot of other companies are really, really huge on DLC. And again, while I'm not mad at it, I just feel like there should be more in the base game to actually keep me interested. Yeah, other than that, like, I don't really know like what else is gonna like get me to buy it, but we'll see though. I'm actually interested to see like what they're gonna have for the second one, but I just want that. I just need more base content.
Do you think vehicles will work in this game?
I mean, even though New York is big, like when they did that, no.
I don't think it would. I just seen the way it was so enclosed. It was too much stuff in the streets.
Did y'all just assume this game will be in New York again?
No, I was just saying, like, this is the only thing that we have to go off of is New York. For the Division 1. I don't know what the Division 2 is going to be in New York.
It might be in a desert this time. We don't know.
I mean, it might. Well, if it is, then we'll have to see. If it's like way bigger than the entire city of New York, all the 5 boroughs, then yeah.
I mean, as long as you don't drive like Watch Dogs, I guess it can work.
You talking about the first one?
Yeah,
the second one was fine. It was the first one. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm sure this is going to be everywhere. They're going to shove it down our throats. Y'all know how Ubisoft do with their games. When they finally reveal them, they make sure you get 12 trailers a day. So look out for that during E3. Let's see. Last piece of Xbox news. Once again, I mean, this is on PC, but quote unquote Xbox exclusive. At least the last 2 were, I think. Shadow of the Tomb Raider got revealed today, which is the third, and I'm going to imagine the final piece in the trilogy for the new Tomb Raider reboot, which is funny because the movie comes out this weekend. It's getting terrible reviews, which I'm not surprised. But the games are actually awesome for those of you who haven't played. I'll tell you, one thing that I would like to see in this game is like something that just differentiates itself from like Uncharted. It's starting to feel almost a little too not Uncharted, but Assassin's Creed. The last one felt exactly like Assassin's Creed. It was kind of just like hide in the bushes, take people out, shoot. I don't know. I want to see some more advanced mechanics, maybe something more that involves with the survival aspects of the game. What's the name? Did the second one was only single player, right? It was only the first one that had the PvP. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad if they brought the PvP back if they actually put some effort forth to it, but I want to see something new. I don't know exactly what, but I definitely play it because I did enjoy the first 2 games. What about you, Jay?
Oh yeah, absolutely love the first 2 games. I ain't even touched the PvP for the first one. I just wasn't interested. But I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be mad like if they found another way to go about it. Wouldn't be mad for them bringing PvP back. But again, I just love the the actual story. Like the puzzles, they were difficult, but not too difficult. It actually, like, I know that a lot of people compared this to freaking what the hell? I just forgot what the game name was.
The puzzles were not hard. If I figured them out quickly, they were not that hard.
Uncharted. I don't know why I can think of the name. Everybody was comparing it to Uncharted, which is I understand, but it still had its own flair to it. Not just because it had a girl in it, not just because Tomb Raider came first, but I actually enjoyed it for what it was. I was actually engaged, and I love playing both of the Tomb Raiders during the reboot. I know that Tomb Raider has been rebooted several times, but I feel like they actually got it like halfway decent this time. But yeah, like I'm excited for the third one. I didn't see it coming like so fast, but I understand why they ended up teasing it with the movie coincided with it, even though it's not coming out right now. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
True. You into Tomb Raider, JK?
I played the first one. I still never got around to the second.
You missing out.
But I did enjoy the first one. Well, I think what it was is like because Uncharted 4 came around at like the same time, and I was like, I'm getting Uncharted.
Okay, what made you want to choose Uncharted over Tomb Raider?
I think because of like isn't Uncharted 4 supposed to be like the last one, right? I mean, if you don't,
I thought the third was supposed to be the last one.
They say that after every game.
But I guess like the vibe it gave off, like, oh wait, brother, whatever. Because I think it get mentioned in the third one, like just like a little gloss over. So I was like, oh, that seems interesting. As for Tomb Raider 2, I watched like some gameplay footage and trailers, I was like, I'll give it a try like one day because like I guess like it didn't really feel different.
Okay, what about you, Flock?
Just I played the first one. I don't even think I even finished it. Oh, I just got bored with it. I'm not gonna lie, I got bored with it, and I didn't even play the second one. So
what made you get bored?
I'm kind of I don't know. It was just something about the game. I just wasn't a big fan of it.
Are you not into like action adventure like a type of
I don't have a problem if they keep me if it's something in the game that keeps me going. I'll keep playing it. But it was just something about the game, and I don't know if it was just so much stuff that came out around that time when I had it or what. I'm not saying it was a bad game by any stretch, but for some reason it was just something about it that I got bored with. Kind of like Horizon did to me. Like I guess I was just expecting more, but I didn't get it, so it's just kind of like,
I get what you're saying. I had the same thing with Horizon. It actually goes back to what I said. Like the last Tomb Raider, it felt like Assassin's Creed. With Horizon, it felt like Tomb Raider, Assassin's Creed, Uncharted. It felt like they just wrapped up a bunch of games into one, and like it was very well produced, but it didn't feel unique. I get what you're saying.
Nothing felt like that pulled me in and said, "Yo, this is its own game." It just had a lot of traces of other games.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess look out for that Tomb Raider. What's the name? It comes out September 14th, so it's gonna come out this fall. And then it's just a teaser if you guys want to look at the teaser on the site. The full reveal is April 27th, 2018, which is like right before E3. What is with these companies revealing everything before E3, man? Can we just keep all the presents on lockdown for Christmas? Gaming Christmas.
Like vaccines ain't even come yet. GDC ain't even come yet, and we already getting revealed before E3. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ. Moving on to PlayStation news. March's PS Plus games for free. If you guys want to know what they are, they're pretty fire. On PS4, you will get Bloodborne and Ratchet and Clank, two awesome games. On the PS3, you'll get Legend of K, which is a pretty solid platformer. Mighty Number 9, which is horrible. And then on the Vita, you will get Claire Extended Cut and Bombing Busters. I don't know what the hell that is, but those are the games you will get. You can download them right now. Definitely get on that Ratchet and Clank if you love platformers. It was it's not even a remaster, it's a remake. So in case you didn't know. Other PlayStation news, the writing was on the wall, and I think Sony is finally getting ready to pull the plug. They announced that they will discontinue PS Plus support for the PS3 and Vita. So, and this starts in 2019. So basically what this means is no free games on the PS3 and Vita, which I would imagine this also means they're going to discontinue online support pretty soon too. What do you think it is, Jay?
I mean, it's a long time coming. They had a good run. Well, not so much the Vita, but the PS3 had a good run. So when you say, you got to take out the servers eventually and stop making the games for it. So it is what it is.
What's the name? Did y'all actually own a Vita?
No.
Nope. I was tempted, but I didn't.
I'm the only one in this group that actually owns a Vita. I don't even know where mine is.
I think Ethos put me up on some stuff.
Yeah,
I think Ethos put me up on some stuff that made me turn away from messing with it.
I thought the video was kind of pointless.
I mean, I may get one when the price drop. Even since they about to stop, just to play certain games on it, just some shit to have.
Yeah, I had the PSP, but I didn't get the Vita.
The PSP was awesome.
Yeah,
which is crazy because the Vita has two analog sticks. Like, I feel like where they failed is the touchpads in the back. If they would have just threw some extra triggers in the back and just gave it the standard PlayStation controls, the PS Vita would have been amazing, bro. Because them touch controls were fucking horrible. But the two analog sticks, like, I just don't understand how the PSP had one analog stick and it was better than the Vita. but I guess it is what it is. And then if y'all still on PS3, come on, y'all, just wrap it up. Get a PS4. They doing sales. They doing bundles every week, bruh. Every week there's a new PS4 bundle. Please upgrade your life because they're getting ready to shut everything down. You have been warned. The Vita and the PS3 are getting gentrified. They're getting kicked out. The PS4 is the new wave. I actually have a question for y'all. Do y'all think with the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, do you think we'll ever see a time where Sony and Microsoft will discontinue support for their standard Xbox One X and the standard PS4?
No.
I don't see why.
No, I don't think they will. Or it'll have to be years down the road, but I think by that time it'll be another set of consoles coming out. If they even do that, we'll have to see it, but I don't think they will.
Because I asked that because Nintendo does that bold shit. And I feel like people bat an eye when they do it. They announce a new 3DS like every year. Then when they announce the new 3DS with the faster CPU in it, there are certain games that only run on that 3DS. You can't use the old one. So it's like it's been done before and it didn't get no backlash. But then again, I guess when I think about it, Nintendo fans are drones. So
yeah, I never knew that actually.
Yeah, like that
on the 3DS.
Remember not the Xenoblade that just came out for the Switch, but the one before that with Shulk in it. That came to the 3DS on the new 3DS with the new CPU or whatever, but it can only run on the new 3DS. It couldn't run on the old one because it was too powerful. So Nintendo's done it before.
That's wild. Yeah, you just put me up on something. That's kind of messed up. But yeah, the fact that I'm hearing it from you first like means that nobody ever talked about it for real.
Because it's the Nintendo crowd. They're not going to criticize anything. I mean, we're talking about a company that uses voice chat through the cell phone, so they're not gonna criticize anything that Nintendo does. But do you think, Sony or Microsoft, if they did it, there would be any type of backlash?
Yeah, they absolutely would if they did.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But I don't think they're going to do it though. That's funny though because you remember the new 3DS came out. Hey, we actually talked about this as well. When it came out, it didn't come with a battery pack or something.
Yeah, the charger.
The freaking charger.
Crazy.
And they still wouldn't even complaining about that. But we were like, what, Nintendo? What are y'all doing?
Because they just assumed that people who were going to buy it already had a 3DS and were upgrading and then had the charger. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Which is wild because they were right. They're going to buy our shit anyway.
Like, I don't care, man.
I really feel like that's Nintendo's mentality. Did y'all see what was it, Nintendo Labo?
Oh, yeah. The cardboard stuff like that. Well, you don't like it?
It was like the piano shit was cool, but like most of it, I was like, all right.
I've seen a lot of people get mad at it, but I'm personally not mad at it just because I feel like that's not for me. That's for kids.
Yeah.
And if people want to buy that for their kids, then whatever. But I'm not gonna be playing with no cardboard. I can go outside and get some out the dumpster. So.
Right? What was it, like $60?
It's like 80 with the software. Yeah, I look 80. At it this way: if Nintendo fans are dumb enough to pay $80 for some cardboard with some software, how can I be mad at Nintendo? I mean, it's a business, bro. They're like what was it? Jay-Z, I could sell salt to a snail or whatever. It's like the same concept, bro. Like, like they're repackaging fucking cardboard, Amazon cardboard that you get on the box. But like, this shit is for Nintendo fans are like, I love this. This is great. So I can't be mad at Nintendo. Get your money. I ain't buying it, but get your money, bro. That's they fan base. They milking them. What else I got on my notes here? That's all I got for Black Ops 4. Ooh, this has been announced. What's the name? First of all, there were rumors. I don't know if you guys saw this. If you watch basketball, James Harden came out with a Black Ops 4 hat. What was a hat that looked like the number 4 with the Black Ops symbol? People were like, "Oh, the Black Ops coming." People were like, "Nah, it's just some basketball player." It turns out it was true. How y'all feel about Black Ops 4? Flock, you're a big Call of Duty guy.
Why would you say that?
You played World War II, didn't you?
I play Call of Duty. It's a social game to play with our Patreon people, yo. I'm the social dude that plays the social games with our people. I'm not a Call of Duty guy by any stretch. I'm decent at it, but I don't really care about Black Ops too much. For some reason, it's like, let's move on to something else. Like seriously,
right?
Let's move on to something else. I would be more interested in the Modern Warfare 2 remaster or whatever than Black Ops 4. To be honest with you.
What if they bundle it together for $80? You getting it?
I'ma have to.
Damn, Modern Warfare 2, you loved it.
I fuck with Modern Warfare 2, bro. I'm just the P90, dog. That's me.
Which is another rumor too. Yeah, that that's supposed to be bundled with it or whatever. Before we get into Modern Warfare 2, let's keep talking about Black Ops. Actually, I think I met Jay through Call of Duty. I think we were playing Black Ops 2.
All of us.
Yeah, Black Ops 2, bro.
Yeah, we on the fourth one. So how you feeling?
We were on what was that, Black Ops 2.
This is how the game of Illuminati started.
That's how it started.
But it's funny that James Harden, of all people, ended up being the person that low-key leaked it. That man had no camo and the hat on. And people were just going crazy. All the Call of Duty community came out. They're like, wait a minute. Is this Black Ops 4? Like, so many people were just so excited about Black Ops. I don't even like Black Ops like that. Like, after the first one, I just kind of stopped liking the Black Ops series. I enjoyed, just like Flock, I enjoyed the Modern Warfare series a little bit more, even though Modern Warfare 3 was hot doo-doo. But
that was my game, though.
Man, forget that. But it's funny though, cause like I felt like with all of that news coming out, Treyarch and Activision were like, oh shit, well, we got to reveal it now. Because actually, this is early. This is pretty early with them even like giving us anything for Call of Duty. Because they usually like announce their stuff for like April or May. They give us a little single player trailer. And then later on down the line, before October or November comes around, then they give us the multiplayer trailer. Because that's all anybody even cares about. Anyway.
But they say this game is dropping in October.
They say October this time. So they doing stuff a little bit early. But I kind of feel like they were a little bit forced just with the initial teaser, just because James Harden and people just kept looking into it a little bit too much. I don't know if he's going to be in there because, you know, like Activision, they like having a lot of celebrities and stuff in their commercials. Like they had Kobe Bryant, they've had Ice Cube in the game, they had Marshawn Lynch in the game. They've had a good amount of people in the game. So I don't know if James Harden is going to be in the game or if he's going to be on a commercial, but obviously like they set him up. They were like, yo, you going to come out here and you going to stir up the pot, bro.
Is it early though? Because because I mean yeah, like technically like a month, but I'm saying like I don't feel like it'll be a rush product because you got to remember they're on a 3-year cycle and they're basically redoing Black Ops. I mean, it's Black Ops 4.
Not with the actual game. I just meant when they're teasing it. That's all I meant. Not with the actual game. Yeah, just with the teasers. It's a little bit early for that. But no, I mean, yeah, they're they have different companies doing the game every single year. So it's Treyarch time this go around. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to have to see if it's boots on the ground again or not. Because Black Ops 3 wasn't. But we'll see, man.
You want boots on the ground?
Yeah. I
boo! I want the wall running back, bro. I don't like World War II. Fuck that boots on the ground shit.
It was okay, but I think I just like boots on the ground, bro. But like Flock says, I'm more excited about Modern Warfare 2, but I'm not gonna get suckered in because I didn't get Modern Warfare when that remaster came out. And if they bundle it again with Black Ops 4, you can miss me with that. Give me a separate, and I might pick up Modern Warfare 2. But like I said, it's gonna be a wait and see. I'll play the beta or whatever when that comes out, and we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty much going to be the same thing that it is every single year. It's just going to be like, well, I might get it, but most likely I'm not.
Listen, your ass gonna buy it. What's the name? Everybody in the Discord gonna get it.
I didn't get World War II.
Whatever. What's the name? So we all know Call of Duty lives and dies by its unlocks, its perks, its kill streaks. And I know one thing that a lot of people were complaining about in World War II is the kill streaks were kind of dry. Like, what do you want to see in Black Ops 4, JK? That'll hook you in. What kind of cool ways to reward the player? What things would you want to see?
Actually, some new kill streaks would be a little bit refreshing. They did weapon drops for every certain kill streaks or whatever, like exclusive weapons, like weapons you can't get in any other means but kill streaks. And I feel like that would be a little bit more refreshing, like a motivation. Like, okay. Well,
didn't they do that with World War II? Like you can get a Molotov or something. It was trash, but I get what you're saying. Something better.
Yeah, if they're gonna do that, let it be some really good shit.
They had to though, because you got to think they didn't have the technology to have so much stuff back then either. So they had to have some more simplistic stuff.
I disagree with that because I remember if you remember when they came out, their whole argument was that it's going to be boots to the ground. It's going to be an authentic World War II experience. As soon as I booted that game up, I said, "Is this a red dot on my gun?" I was like, I don't know everything about World War II history, but I'm pretty sure I know they had red dots. And then they had women in the game and stuff shout out to the women, but let's be real here. There were no American women on the damn front line. They were not in the trenches. I didn't get called nigga once in the damn story. That shit was not realistic, bro. They had the black and the white soldiers fighting alongside each other. That shit was bullshit, bro. Realistic, my ass. But my bad. Go ahead, J. Kel. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, but I may or may not get Black Ops 4. Like the first Black Ops was like probably my favorite Call of Duty game. Next to Modern Warfare 2. We're going as far as like multiplayer because like when like Black Ops 1 came out, like Nuketown became like the new Rust, pretty much essentially. Black Ops 2, I was like okay, I fucks with it. Black Ops 3, I agree with you. I do like the wall running. I do think it's cool. I feel like they went but a little bit too far with it with Affinity War, and like it turned me off. But I do want them to introduce like bring back wall running if they're doing a Black Ops 4.
Yeah, I actually thought the wall running was really good in the Call of Duty, even though they ripped it off from Titanfall. They did a good job, so I couldn't complain. I would not be mad. 20 kills. I want to see a hydrogen bomb, something new, something. The hydrogen bomb is like 1,000 times more powerful than the nuke. It's so powerful it blow up the map next to it. Okay, you win the next game if you get the hydrogen bomb. That's what I want to see. what kind of kill streaks would you want to see, Jay?
I don't know, something satellite based again. I want to see something from like you talking about hydrogen bombs. I'll say like a huge ass satellite laser or something. Fuck it, just put a spirit bomb in there for the culture. Just do it. I don't care. Ain't got nothing to do with Black Ops activists. Just put a spirit bomb in there. Just blow everything up.
Hey, if you throwing that in there, might as well throw a Gundam in there.
I would not. I mean, they did that. They did that with Infinite Warfare. They had mech suits. Just didn't nobody play
Gundam though.
Yeah, I feel you. A real mech. I get you. Okay.
Man, y'all better play Titanfall for all that shit.
You right though. You right.
Well, I mean, EA killed that. That's their own fault. So hopefully Titanfall 3 will do good if that comes. We don't know because the last one didn't sell well. They're saying the release date is October 12th for Black Ops 4. The full reveal will be May 17th. I'm trying to figure out, is that just the story or is that multiplayer?
Multiplayer. The community reveal. They're gonna sure it's gonna be everything.
They're gonna have their conference because they like having their separate conferences now.
Okay, that's whack that they have a separate conference, but it is what it is. I'm sure it'll be playable at E3 too. So look out for that. Black Ops 4, another year Call of Duty. Woo! This one I know you're going to be excited to talk. We're gonna have fun with this one right here. Flock, what's the name? Did I bring up the wrong damn link? Hold up. The 2K draft, the drama surrounding it.
Oh god,
I did. I got the wrong link. Hold up, yeah. I'm gonna bring it up on the page. But anyways, I'm pretty sure you can give the people the gist of it. What's going on with the NBA league, the draft, the combine? Can you break it down for the people?
In a nutshell, I try to do it as abbreviated as I can because it was just a lot, and I don't want to bore y'all to death with all this nonsense. So basically, what they did a while back, if for most of you that didn't know, they realized they had this thing where you can compete for the opportunity to play in the 2K league that I believe 17 NBA teams have. They are involved with. So what they did was you were able to play if you won 50 walk-on or team pro-am games, then you can move to the next level, which would be getting the combine games. But when you got in the combine, you couldn't use your actual my player that you had and that you were used. You were given it was only select builds that you can use, and you had to have like a default height and weight. So you got out there, you had to play like at least, I believe it was 40 games.
Did they have badges?
Oh yeah, they did, but all that stuff was like preset.
Okay.
It was preset. It wasn't like you can go out there and grind to get the one that gave you silver to gold and gold to or whatever. It was just like you had to have this, and this. Everything was like stock. You know what I mean? It was just everything was all stock.
They were trying to make it as even as they could.
Yeah, even kill. Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't mad at them for that. And then ultimately, you would get an email if they picked you, but you didn't know what you had to do or what was what in order to get chosen to go to the 250 that can and get interviewed to eventually go to the 102. I believe that would be drafted by these teams. So when that all happened, there was a lot of people coming out with their conspiracy theories saying that the league was rigged and all that. And I stated this before. I'm not going to pull an ethos and tell y'all that I did a video on it to go check it out. I ain't going to do that. But let me stop. But yeah, it was people that was coming out with their conspiracy theories saying that it was rigged and stuff. I do believe that it was that they had people. It was a lot of politics involved in it, but I don't think it was as bad as it was, because you did have people that was watching people that were streaming the game and that was trying to get in the league, and it was people watching that, like they were discrediting people for, you know, having bad language, for the music they were playing in the streams, people that were like, you know, just acting like a jerk. It was a lot of stuff, man. People that were considered ball hogs. It was people saying, yo, I averaged 40, I didn't make it. This person only averaged 18, and you know what I'm saying, and they made it. It was a lot, man. It was a lot of drama.
I found that interesting, the whole marketable part of the thing. Like, yeah, like you don't want to be on stream and where this and nigga this, nigga that, basically, if you're trying to go to the league or whatever. But like, I feel like they're kind of out of touch with the community on that. But like, do you realize this is the 2K community? I don't think a curse word here and there is gonna hurt nobody. But as long as you're not doing it like excessively, I felt like they were going OD with that stuff. I can understand why people was mad about that. Like, damn, people can't be themselves. They can't. Exactly. Like what they call the NFL, the no fun league. Like, yep. Like that's how they were doing it with this.
You're getting a flag for everything out here, man. That's pretty much what it turned into, and it just turned into a lot of that, you know, back and forth, and people making some real crazy accusations in these videos, man.
The 2K Illuminati.
Yeah, right. that was the funniest thing I heard. All of it. It's like there's a 2K Illuminati out here. I'm like, really? Like at the end of the day, man, it's about video games. Like,
I actually watched several people's videos, and they were saying that like they only opened like the first 1,000, because you're supposed to like submit like some type of clips, like a highlight reel or something. Or like some audio or something like that, and they were saying like only like the first 1,000 actually got seen or heard. Like a lot of people were reporting that their video was never even watched.
SoundCloud and stuff like that too.
Yeah, they had no views on their joint. That was kind of shady, I think.
Exactly, and that was some people. There was some people that I absolutely thought should have made it, or at least got in there in the top 250. That wasn't even given a look. So I don't know, man. I don't know what they were gauging, what they were basing this stuff off of. It does sound fishy when you look at it, but some of the accusations though, it was crazy. Like it was some crazy stuff. And
they don't realize they ruining their chances of next year.
Exactly, yeah. Because
they being real extra with it.
You burning a bridge. When you do that, you burning a bridge, because if they do this and they turn around and say, man, okay, this is going on, we want to do this other thing, since you didn't make it on that, how about you come on this? Like you don't burn a bridge, man, especially because you know they're going to do it again, and it's probably going to be at least 3 more teams added by this time next year. So they're doing this stuff, this whole draft, my fault, man, but they doing this whole draft on April the 4th, and they going at it just like they do the regular NBA draft, where they're gonna draft the players and stuff.
I'm confused. Like I see the draft is gonna be on Hulu. That's actually dope. I might have to watch that. My thing is like, how many games are gonna be in the season, and then when does the season end? Because we're well into the life of 2K18. Like 2K19 is around the corner at this point. Yeah.
The game pretty much starts to die down after the like around an All-Star break for some reason.
Okay.
So that's just what it is. But I mean, I don't know how many games they haven't even. At least I haven't seen what they were going to do, how many games and all this other stuff. I'm just interested in seeing how this whole draft thing goes, and who, that way you'll know who, I mean, because they'll probably show you the actual field of people who's going to be in it that day, because I still don't know exactly who's in. But then again, I don't know hardly any of them anyway, so I don't really care.
So I mean, if you miss this year, there's always next year to make your dreams come true. You got any hoop dreams, Jay?
Nah, I don't got any hoop dreams, but I know some people that have some hoop dreams. Some of them, you all know, and I even had my homie, like I had multiple homies that they were really interested in this. I got one homie that literally plays 2K all the time, and he ended up getting his 50 games in. He did his 40 games for the combine, but as soon as it got to the registration process, that's when he got screwed over, because that website was not working, and it took people a whole bunch of time to get in. Some people still say that they didn't even know that there was an application process. So I'm not going to say that it's necessarily on their part, like the people who actually wanted to get in. I'm not going to fully blame the 2K League as well, because you kind of got to be on your social media to even know this stuff. Mm-hmm. So like I can't place full blame on either party, but with the website being down, and them having problems with the application process, that is messed up. So some people did get screwed over from that. Some homies that we know, like D-Man and Dooms, especially Dooms. Dooms did a lot down there in Dallas, because he actually was getting in touch with some of the people from Mavericks Gaming. So I thought that he was a shoo-in. I honestly did. D-Man has been to the 2K studios, so like he has connections as well. I thought that even with all of the people that were trying to get in, I thought that they would at least be part of the 250. I don't know why. But again, like just me being a little bit biased, I thought that those two should at least got in, especially Dooms and CKT, because they actually do everything competitively. And I know that some of those people that did get into 250, they were part of those competitive teams.
It's a couple people that got in, and you know one of them that no way should have gotten in ahead of any of those guys.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched several videos. I watched some videos from people who actually got in, and like they were pulling up their stat lines. And I ain't gonna lie, like I'm like I pulled better stats than this nigga. Right? Like what the fuck? Yeah. It was some like 10 points, like 9 rebound type stuff. I'm like my big is better than that. I don't know about that.
We do have to take under consideration that it's year one. I mean, you gotta realize it was 72,000 people that got in that whole thing to get into the combine. So of course some stuff is gonna slip through the cracks. It's year one. Nothing ever works, goes right the first time around, at least the way you would hope it would. So that's why I said if they expand it and next year, hopefully, it'll be a much smoother and easier process.
Yeah, they definitely did have a lot of favoritism. I do agree with that. There was some like real big YouTube people that I don't think are that good at the game compared to the competitive dudes
that I
played
with, and I know for a fact not that good.
Yeah, I don't think that they were that good, and some of them that got picked, I saw that as well. So like I said, it was a bunch of favoritism. I think that the 2K League overall knew most of the people who they were going to pick from jump. And again, like it was even like some text messages that came out. It was a little bit of controversy. So
one female got thrown in there too, right?
Oh, for real?
For diversity,
they put one female in there, and it just seemed like, and I don't want to discredit whoever she is because I don't know who she is, but and that just seemed like, okay, one female made it. Come on, man, like.
Yeah,
it was just one. Like
that she was the only good one. Like it came across as like a diversity type.
It definitely came across like it was some. We gonna put you in here just to say we did it.
And I think they picked some people. My bad. They definitely picked some people that they picked a couple of those people just to say, hey, we just picked nobodies out of nowhere. Like these people out of nowhere. So everybody can have a chance, right? I know that they did do that. Obviously they did. They had to do that. But again, they just knew. They knew who they wanted to pick. But I will say this, because it's only 17 actual NBA teams that have a 2K team. So I'm sure that next year more team. Well, they have to see how it goes. Because obviously this is the first year, but I'm sure that the other teams will end up getting themselves a 2K team as well, and then they're just going to expand it even more. But we'll just have to see how it ends up being in year one. To see like how this is going to go, because again, like I know that NBA 2K is its own thing, but you have the actual NBA in this, so like I kind of understand like why they were discrediting certain people because of their language, because like everybody's getting sensitive nowadays. You can't say stuff on Twitter like that. All of these people are getting fined left and right. So it's gonna be easy for them to just say you a nobody who they never even heard of. If you over here shouting nigga this, and then you're on Twitter talking some reckless stuff, like they're just going to discredit you easily because like you don't even have any ties to them. So like I understand that part, but at the same time, like I feel like they were a little bit harsh with like the music choices and stuff like that. So again, we'll just have to see how it ends up going. But I'm interested at least. But we'll see what happens.
I think they just kicked off a dude that was part of the league, one of the execs or whatever, who was part of the Mavericks team. For some tweets that he had put out, and he used the actual N-word in his tweet.
I saw that. I'm like, damn.
So I don't think he got fired, but I think he got demoted or got his position taken from him.
I think the shame in like y'all saying that there was some favoritism with like big YouTubers is they didn't have to pick any big YouTubers, because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be about the best of the best players in the game. And the thing is, like, they don't need those big YouTubers to promote them, because at the end of the day, even if those people didn't get in, they were going to promote the league regardless, because they're going to be watching it. And then on the top of that, the people that are really good at the game that didn't get in, they're still going to watch the league. Everybody's still going to watch. This was a chance for them to build up their own stars, basically. Like, one thing like about the other like competitive scenes, like it's just about who's the best player. And then you have like, I never even heard of Ninja until like last week. I seen a clip of him playing Fortnite. And then we hopped in the stream and I'm like, yo, this dude is huge. Like, where has he been at? Like, and it's just for that community. It's just about who's the best player in the Call of Duty competitive scene, and all the different MOBAs and stuff like that. Like, uplift those people, and then they create them and they turn them into celebrities. Stop bringing in people just because they're popular on YouTube when you can create your own celebrities and make even more money. I think. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. It's the first year. Mistakes are going to be made. We'll see what happens. I'm personally waiting to get drafted by the NBA Live 19 League.
We put
Yeah,
we definitely gonna put our bid in when we go out here and holler at them people.
Yeah. So there you go. Hey, put us in the game live.
Put me in the game.
GI challenge. GI
put the whole
challenge.
GI. And we promise to actually play the game after it comes out.
Yeah.
Facts.
Big facts. This was just announced today. Actually, Mr. Flock did this article. I always get his pronunciation on his damn name wrong. Geralt, I believe it is, from The Witcher 3. Geralt, Geralt, I don't know. I always get it wrong.
Don't let A9 hear you, that boy.
Yeah, I know. I and the worst part is I play the game and I always just get it wrong. Geralt. But he got announced for The Witcher 3. Not from The Witcher 3 for Soul Calibur 6. I find it one thing that's interesting about this this reveal. Is this for all versions of the game?
Yeah, it wasn't. I thought I had to check up on it too. I thought it was just a console. You know how they normally do the console exclusive characters, but it's for all of them.
Wow. So do you think they're doing away with the console exclusive things, or they just wanted to kick it off with him? Right.
I hope not, because that's what drew people to that game for that specific console. Yeah. That was one of the alluring parts of having that game, because you like, yo, I got Darth Vader, yo, I got Link, yo, I got Spawn, you know what I mean? So I had it on the original Xbox. I remember the one that had a Spawn on there. So
listen, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw White Wolf I thought maybe Bucky.
Bucky I see that too.
But I think it's dope. This trailer was dope because if you actually play the game, you'll see in some of his combos he actually uses like the fire magic when he used that to what's the word I'm looking for? Juggle them in the air. It looks like they're actually trying to borrow from the lore of the game, and they're not just throwing him in there as like a skin. He's gonna actually have his own unique play set that plays sort of like the game. What are some characters y'all want to see in Soul Calibur?
I think I wish Noctis wouldn't have been in Tekken 7, because I think he would have been. I would think he would have fit perfectly on Soul Calibur.
Okay, so are you not gonna play Noctis in Tekken?
I'm playing, but I feel like he would have fit better. And looking at his combo and his moveset that's in Tekken 7, I feel like he would have fit much better in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, especially because it's a weapon-based game. I agree with you. It's kind of weird because if you notice in the Tekken trailer, Noctis doesn't actually hold the sword. He summons it every time he swings, and I think that's weird. What about you, Jay?
I'm trying to think of like some people that have weapons. Like, forget it, man. You could put like some Kingdom Hearts characters in there. Like, I don't know, man. Get a Keyblade, do some shit. Like, it could be wacky. Like, it's really, the possibilities are endless for what you could put in there. Like, once we seen freaking Link and Yoda and Vader, like, I feel like anybody could be in the damn game.
Somebody in the chat said Deathstroke. I actually like that.
Deathstroke wouldn't be bad, I guess. I'm trying to think of somebody who got.
I know some people were kind of like rooting to get the Bloodborne Hunter in there.
Okay, yeah. Doesn't he move kind of slow?
I hate that fucking game, so I don't want nothing to do with
I
that.
feel you. I do. I do too.
You have no idea, bro. Like, I very seldom use the word hate, bro, but I hate that.
It's because you suck at the game. That's all.
Maybe, but I still hate it. Whatever.
I just find it boring. What's the name? So yeah, he's going to be in the game. Hopefully he's not the only exclusive. They announced some other stuff. When does this game come out? I keep talking about it, but I don't think there's a release date for it. But I know it's supposed to come out sometime this year.
Yeah, they still haven't said.
Yeah, it was no official date. It just said this year.
We'll probably see when E3 comes around, or maybe before it, because they like telling us everything before.
Right. 2 weeks before. Moving on to Nintendo news. Since the last podcast, Nintendo announced Mario Kart Mobile. It's actually called Mario Kart Tour. It's coming to iOS and Android devices in 2019. What's the name? Do you guys care about a Mario Kart Mobile? Is this something that y'all would actually play?
Hey, you know what? Actually, yes. I haven't played Mario Kart in a minute, but on iOS, because I'm not really a mobile guy. I don't really play anything on my phone, but I actually am interested about this one.
Okay. Does it need to have online play for you, or like
absolutely needs to have online? Like, I feel like you don't even bring it out if it doesn't have online multiplayer.
So let me ask you about this. Okay, so business practices. Y'all remember they put out Super Mario Run or something like that? Yeah. And that joint was like $10. Would you prefer them to do Mario Kart Tour as a free-to-play game with like cosmetics you could purchase, or just a simple $5, you get everything, and it has online play?
Nah, $5. I think $5 is totally reasonable.
$5.
Yeah,
because they'll nickel and dime you to death with all the cosmetic stuff.
It's $5.
Super Mario Run was garbage. Like, ain't nobody want to play that. I hate that formula of games for mobile games anyway. Mario Kart, like that's a tried and true game. So with them bringing that up, $5 is more than reasonable.
I think it actually really works perfect for the cell phone. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
What wasn't Super Mario Run? Wasn't like an endless run or something?
Yeah. I hate those games.
I'm trying to get hit with some blue shells. What's the name? So yeah, 2019. Look out for that. They really haven't announced any other details. You guys want to see like any new specific characters in the game from like the Mario universe or any type of specific features, or would you just be happy with a Mario Kart 8 like port?
They pretty much have every damn body in the game.
Yeah, say it's not really that many new. I mean, that I know of, no really new characters.
You want to play as a Squid Kid?
Unless you want to put some, put some characters that are not in Mario on it. Put some more in there. I don't know. They might do a crossover with Sonic or something.
Yeah, on the Switch, didn't they have Link?
Samus?
Yeah, it's not just Mario characters, it's Nintendo characters, period.
Go ahead, there's no Samus in there.
Yeah, they could put all them in there. Forget it then. Just do it.
Something like that. If you own a Nintendo Switch, I hate to break it to you, but come this September, you're gonna have to be coughing up some money. If you own a Switch right now, it is actually free to go online and play. But they always warned us that eventually you're gonna have to pay for their online service, which is laughable to me because they really haven't proven themselves in the online space. But according to Nintendo, September 2018, there's no specific date. That's just a release window. They will have different type of packages that you can purchase for online. For 1 month, $3.99. For 3 months, $7.99, and then for a year, $19.99. And then on top of that, not only do you get the online service, but you get like free games. You get like 2 free games a month from like the what's that? The Nintendo
eShop.
Yeah, the eShop. It's like old school games or something like that. Do you guys feel like this is a fair deal?
Prices aren't that bad, you know. That's actually compared to like PlayStation Plus, where it's like fucking $24 a month or some shit.
I think if you only play Nintendo and nothing else, I wouldn't be mad at paying $20 a year for online. But if you have like every other console, I look at it like, oh man, another fucking fee. So for me, it's just like, and like we had a whole year free online. Like, damn, why things are good? Why we gotta change up, babe? Like
when you brought it up though, like I actually got a little salty. I was like, damn, I bought a Switch last week.
Oh, you got one of them deals, didn't you?
Actually, I said I was gonna buy a Switch when they announced Smash Bros. And like legit 2 days later, like they dropped the trailer, and I was like, shit, I gotta get it now.
You gotta get it before they start selling out. Flock or JG, y'all don't got Switches, do y'all?
No, sir.
Do y'all plan on picking one up?
No, sir.
Yeah, since Smash Bros. Got announced, you already know I gotta get it now.
Okay, so you happy with paying another $20?
Absolutely not. But that's because of what you just said. I'm already paying for PlayStation, which I'm regretting, but I gotta do it. It's reluctantly. And then paying another $20 for this, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I'm also, even though it's not gonna affect us, because we're gonna be on Discord anyways. But say if we didn't have Discord, we didn't have PCs like that, man, I would be so upset with this damn talking situation. It's the most it just gets on my nerve every time I think about it. That whole little setup, like, so I would be highly upset just for that alone. I don't even care about the servers or anything else. Just the whole fact, like, this is how I gotta talk to people. That's very, very upsetting to me. Like if they fixed that, if it was actually like normal, then it would be more justifiable in my eyes.
Imagine like this is the only platform you own, and you want to game online with your friends and talk to them, and it's like, damn, my battery on 5%. I can't talk to y'all.
Yeah, it would be terrible.
I mean, you could plug your phone in, but I don't know if y'all seen the layout for how the headsets work. It's already 1,000 cords going between your phone and your damn ears. One more cord and you might kill yourself. You might strangle yourself or some shit.
It's trash. It's trash. So I don't know. But if the servers are decent, like, I don't know. I don't know if anybody in the chat or even you, TBH, that you have one. Have you played anything online on the Switch?
Yeah, I played what's that shit called? Pokken Tournament DX. I'm not gonna lie, and I played it on Wi-Fi. I've never had a laggy game. It actually works for that game. I can speak. It works very smoothly.
Okay, well that's good because as long as the servers are decent, then we wouldn't have a problem because that's the main thing. If it's going down and going on maintenance every single day like PSN does, then it's going to be a problem for paying any sort of money. But $20, again, this is the only thing that you have. I feel like it's fine. I just don't like the talking situation. Everything else, as long as the server's good, then it's fine, I guess.
There you have it. So look out for it this fall. You guys gonna have to start paying for it. Don't act like we didn't warn you when that bill comes up and comes into play. Next piece of Nintendo news. This past week there was the Nintendo Direct. They announced a bunch of different things, including Dark Souls Remastered, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. What does that even mean? Because there's like 4 different versions. right. Super HD. Mario Tennis Aces. They announced this before, but they really gave like a thorough walkthrough. I was actually kind of impressed by this game. What did y'all think of Mario Tennis?
It wasn't bad. I'm not really into the tennis games, but it looked interesting enough that I was like, I think it'll be a cool game to just mess around and play with.
So now I can see some shit talking going on with this. WarioWare Gold. Let's see. Captain Toad Treasure Hunter. Why do they do this? Luigi's Mansion remake for the 3DS. I might have to cop that. Okami Remastered. Travis Strikes Again. And then of course the biggest announcement. Well, they announced a bunch of like Squid Kid shit nobody cares about. Like Nintendo is really pushing this fucking paintball game. What is that shit called again? Splatoon. Nobody wants to play that. Jesus Christ! Stop!
It's going competitive, bro. Chill.
They spent what felt like 20 minutes on that damn game. I'm like, it was like some edgy Squid Kids, and then this trailer came in. I almost lost my shit because I thought it was gonna be some more Splatoon DLC, and then it was the Smash Bros. The talk of the community though for the Smash Bros announcement is this a port or is this a new game? What do y'all?
I feel like it's a new game.
Why do you think that?
Being that they're introducing more characters, like say the Inklings, you got them, and then Breath of the Wild Link, you could clearly tell that was him. And then I might be reaching a little bit with this one. I think that is Cappy Mario, because I know I'm about to sound like I'm overanalyzing it, but if I went back and looked at it, if you look at his hat, like if you could like really look at it, it's not the M logo. Like it looks like an eyeball, and like it makes sense because when you think about it. This past year, Zelda and Mario had 2 new games where they got like 2 new looks and like features and power-ups and all this other shit. And like those are the 2 major games for the Switch, so it would make a lot of sense that they're using those 2. So that's why I feel like it's a new game.
I could actually argue that Link could just be a skin, and then Cappy Mario. That could be him. It could be a rework, but I remember I was debating with somebody. It might not be a whole new Mario because remember in the last one they gave him the water pack from
yeah. But
then other than that, his moveset was still the same. So it could be most of it is still the same, and then they gave him like a new Cappy move or some shit like that. I feel like it's still too hard to tell until they come out and say it's a new game. I don't know. What about you, Flock?
Couldn't care less about Smash Brothers.
Wow.
I want to go back to something that JG touched on. Jay, you said you're not a fan of tennis games, right?
Not really, no.
You never played Top Spin?
Barely.
Yeah, Top Spin was dope. And they got a game. They actually supposed to be in the works of making a game called Tennis World Tour. I saw it online. It actually looks kind of nice. If that game comes out and it runs smooth, I'll actually get it. I don't have a problem with tennis. Like it's fun to play. Like I wouldn't go out there on no tennis court trying to play tennis, but like the actual games, some of them are actually pretty good, pretty fun to play. Like, especially the ones for the Dreamcast, Virtual Tennis. Those were some of the like best looking games, period. Especially for that time. So okay. Yeah, but so back to
if they announced Pong Remastered, you want it?
Nigga, shut up. You playing, man.
Just imagine.
That shit was before my time, bro. I'm not playing no damn Pong.
Pong HD, let's go.
That what you call it? Like I'm with TBH a little bit on that. I ain't gonna lie. When I first seen it, I'm like, yeah, the jig is up, Nintendo. I ain't falling for this shit. It's a damn it's some DLC, yo. I ain't falling for this. This ain't a whole new game. Especially coming out this year.
It could be like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. which was the same base game, but then they added like a couple new modes, some new skins, a couple characters.
Just like when they do the Street Fighter games. When
my gut is
like Ultra Street Fighter,
Smash Deluxe. I feel like
with just new characters.
Oh wait, when did Smash 4 come out for the Wii U?
2014.
2014. Well, that's 4 years. I wouldn't be surprised if it is I mean, I wouldn't be dissatisfied with it being a port because the Smash Bros. But I have hopes for it being a new game, but at the same time, I wouldn't really be dissatisfied with it being a port. But I probably just take my time finding if it is a port.
Okay. What about you, Jay?
I was doing a little research after the announcement, and someone looked up the dates on all the games that were announced during the direct. And one thing that someone found out was other games had like for Dark Souls had 2011 to 2018, and for other games had like 2014 to 2018. These are all of the actual remaster that they're bringing to the Switch. But one game in particular, and that was this game, had 2018. So with that being said, you never know, it actually could be. I'm leaning more toward this is a new game, but at the same time, like even Nintendo does it, like you just said, like they could just bring out some new characters, put the Squid Kids in there, and then that's it. Like I don't see like anything wrong with them doing that. But if it's a new game, again, I wouldn't be mad at it. But just don't be upset. Like if they add the new characters in there, and then it's still Smash 4.
Right. But like you said, I'm leaning more towards like it being a new game because like. It's like, yeah, it's Nintendo. They could pull something like that, but at the same time, I feel like the way they revealed it, I feel like they wouldn't like try to be that dramatic with it if it was a port.
It was super fucking dramatic,
right? I never seen the Smash Bros. Feel like that dramatic.
So, like they were.
Yeah,
like,
I feel that because when they announced Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it was just kind of like, hey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, new mode. I feel that. I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah,
so yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Is there any specific characters y'all would want to see in the game new?
I want Wolf to come back, Ray.
What is so special about him? I keep hearing everybody say that. I'm not gonna lie. I only played a little bit of Brawl, so like I didn't really get hands on time. When I went through that period where I hated the fucking Wii and I refused to play that game. So
true.
What was so special about Wolf?
I mean, Wolf was like a perfect mix between Fox and Falco, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like a good amount of finesse and power, bro.
Okay.
If they do, bring back Meta Knight, man.
This guy.
You like Meta Knight?
Bring him back, boy. I love this.
I just don't want Roy to be DLC. That shit me mad.
True.
That dude is cheese personified, boy.
They need to go ahead and just put Knuckles in the damn game.
Absolutely.
He just makes too much sense for me. Trying to think of what else. I remember I seen a video. Beautiful Joe, I think would be dope.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful Joe. He should have been in the damn game.
I just feel like he might break the balance, and that's why they haven't done it because he has that whole slow down time mechanic. But then again, they did it with Bayonetta. Yeah, you're right. But Bayonetta broke the game though, so like people hate Bayonetta if you look around in the Smash community.
Yeah, because I remember when everybody was complaining about Meta Knight, and it's just like, oh, you can't do it, and you couldn't use him in, I think it was like competitive play. He was banned from that.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said Ultra Instinct Goku. If you don't shut up, bro.
Put some X-Men in there, you know.
Okay.
I mean, they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it in that Marvel, man.
I know, right?
I mean, at this point, anything is possible because we've seen Bayonetta, we've seen Solid Snake.
Ryu
anything is possible.
Bro. Street Fighter character.
Ryu, yeah. So
I feel like they would get Goku wrong though if they threw him in there.
Like you'd have to nerf him too much. It would have to be like young Goku who could only do the KO cannon. It can't be God Goku.
But yeah, if it was like current Goku, like they would he'd either be way too OP or like they had to nerf him a lot. So that's why he wouldn't be right.
Goku would be like freaking supersonic or something. Like, no, they wouldn't be fair at all.
I thought Shadow would be a good idea too because he has his guns and shit. But it should be interesting to see. What do y'all think is gonna come out in the fall?
It's got to come out in the fall.
I think somebody. I went to GameStop the other day. I think when like one of the employees was like they talked about it being in the fall.
They was trying to get you to pre-order too, wasn't
yeah.
Actually, I ain't gonna lie. He did. He was like, "You got pre-order Smash Bros?" I was like, "Do I got a release date?" He was like,
"You just walked in the door, but are you interested in pre-ordering the new?"
Hi. You want to buy the GameStop credit card?
Look, like my rules. I'm like, right now, you can always apply for our new credit card.
Be like, damn, no man, no thanks.
Yo, am I the only person that gets mad when as soon as you walk in, they ask you, "Can I help you with something?"
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're mad aggressive. Like, hey, I'm just looking.
They whipping a lasso on you, boy.
But he was like, "You trying to pre-order?" I was like, "Do we got a release date?" They haven't announced one yet. All right, then I don't want it.
I feel like GameStop employees fail to realize that sometimes I walk into GameStop just to absorb the culture. I just want to see what's going on in the community. Right? I'm not there to buy nothing, bro. I just want to see what's cool, what's going on. Shut up, bro. But
is it in the game I can help you find?
I would have asked your ass. Like,
if I couldn't read, I would definitely need your help.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. Moving on to the PC section. Sad to hear that Motiga has shut their doors down and Gigantic has been shut down. It was a pseudo brawler MOBA. It seems like the MOBA genre is kind of falling apart. Paragon first, now Gigantic. I know you shed a few tears over this, Jay. How much sleep did you lose over this?
I ain't lose no sleep. I would say I lost more sleep over Paragon than Gigantic, but it's still sad. Like, I don't want to see any game shutting down, any studio shutting down. But sad to say, man, like, people weren't supporting it like they needed, and they couldn't put out the updates like that. So it's best to just cut your ties, and that's what ended up happening. So July 31st, man, is the last day that you'll be able to play it, and then it's going bye-bye. So a little bit after Paragon, because Paragon is actually coming up. I might have to play it one more time for the culture before April, but we got till July 31st, so a little bit into the summer to play Gigantic. I thought it was going to actually pop up more. They showed us love. We gave out all those codes, but sad to say, like, even we didn't play it as much as we should have. I know you probably played it more than anybody else, CBH. But it just messed up, man.
It was actually a really good game. People just slept on it. I just couldn't get people to play it. I think what's really sad about this story too is if you know anything about Motiga, they've been working on this game since like 2014 or something. Like, I remember when it was first announced, and I remember like me and Ethos were really excited because like the graphics, it looked different. And then like they didn't have enough money to pay their employees, so they had to shut their doors. I think it was Microsoft picked them up so they reopen the studio, and then the deal fell through, so they had to close the doors again. Then Perfect World International picked them up. They finally opened the doors again. They released the game and it flopped, and now they're closing the doors again. So it's like, you never want to see nobody. They couldn't catch a break. They kept stumbling over themselves. It sucks to see that type of stuff.
I remember when they didn't give me no damn code. They should have put more people in there in the beginning to try it out. They were being super duper selective, and I feel like that was the start of their troubles right there. You got to let more people actually try the game and get a hold of it. You want to let a select few people get on there, and like it wasn't really too many big YouTubers or anything, or like anybody period even promoting the game until Perfect World picked it up and more people actually got to play it. So they kind of messed up right there from the start.
Yeah, it'd be like that. So, like I said, July 31st. If you want to play it, that is when the doors are closing on that game. RIP to Gigantic. It's in the. We should get like a thing, like how they do in the NBA playoffs, the gone fishing joint. Like, just throw them in there, gone fishing, man.
When they lose in the playoffs.
Yeah, when they lose.
You put somebody's head on top of another person's body and say, the fish.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, another one bites the dust. I mean, it ain't nothing to be funny about. It ain't like we're not making fun of people losing their jobs. It's just when you see that, that's the first thing you probably think of. Like, that, that's fucked up.
Right. Other PC news, there's a new Battle Royale game on the horizon. Actually, it's an MMO, so it's called Mavericks Proving Grounds. And supposedly this is a first person, well, I don't know what kind of shooter it is, but it's a shooter. 1,000 people on the servers. It's some type of MMO, but this MMO has a mode, which is 400-man Battle Royale. Right now, the current standard is 100-man Battle Royale. There's a bunch of different games on PC, as well as console and on your cell phone. With them raising the stakes to 400, that's 4 times the player base. Do you think anybody's PC will be able to even run this, Jay? How you feel about it?
That sounds kind of crazy. It sounds kind of crazy. And looking at, like, even though they really didn't show anything, from what we did see, it definitely looks very, very graphically intensive. So I don't know, man. 400 people with a very graphically intensive game, boy.
Sound like some Planet Side shit right here.
Well, that's not even what they specifically said that they want to push the graphics, but they also want to push optimization. So they're trying to get both of those fields. How long, like, would a game match for like a match last for like 400 people?
How big is the map going to be? I don't know.
At least an hour.
A lot of questions.
Unless the actual field and stuff is a lot smaller. I mean, with more action, but that sounds like a long ass game.
And like for 400 people, are we still going to be running around trying to all get guns, or are you just going to drop and everybody has a gun? with 400 people, man, like it just seems like very chaotic.
Great deal. Yeah.
And is there going to be vehicles? Is this going to be first or third person? Because if it's first person, I don't really want to pay over 400
first
people.
person, yeah, that's not going to work for me. I don't like that first person in PUBG, so I damn sure don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. What do you, besides obviously the whole gimmick is the 400 man, what do you think they need to do to penetrate some of Fortnite's market, JK? Like, what does the battle royale genre need to feel more refreshing?
Well, for one, I think the 400 might turn me off a little bit because, like, I feel like 400 is really pushing it. Because even though they want to be more graphically intensive, I feel like it's not gonna succeed, at least not right away. But I do think they to create their own identity of such things of some sort. Wait, because I haven't even watched the trailer for it. Wait, what does it look like?
It's really nothing.
It's nothing. It's literally like Mavericks Proving Ground. Sign up for the beta.
They showed shrubbery and grass.
You hear
and
gunshots.
Stuff. Yeah. All
right. Well, from the sound of that, it sounds like it's pretty much just gonna like maybe be towards like PUBG looking and like more sort of like realistic in that sense. And if it's 400 players is doing that, I don't think that's gonna work. But I really feel like they should create their own identity by like some of the things you can do. I don't know what those certain things are. I might have to wait until they show a little bit more.
Imagine 400 people on the battlefield. That's dogfights right there. People gonna have airplanes and shit, vehicles. Like it's gonna be like Modern Warfare 2. Remember when you used to get in the Modern Warfare 2 game and there was 100 nukes going off, 10 helicopters? It's gonna be like that, I think. And if it's like that, I don't know.
Like if it works successfully, that'd be a dope ass idea. But like that's what I'm saying. If like the PCs can't handle it, the servers can't handle it, then it's just gonna be like a failed attempt.
True. What about you, JG?
You definitely got to be able to destroy things. I feel like that's one thing that would separate this game from PUBG immediately. I don't know. I really don't know what else you can innovate on in the battle royale market, though. As far as like when you're trying to be realistic, though.
What about a cover system, like kind of like Gears of War, third person?
If it's in third person, then yeah, that'll be all right.
I think a cover system would be fire and wall balancing. Let's go.
For that many people though, I mean, it's just going to draw the game out even longer.
But aircraft, that would
I'm
be.
not trying to play no hour game.
Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be about an hour-long game, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't have that type of time.
Actually, adding an aircraft though, that probably could be.
You said what about an aircraft?
No, I'm saying adding an aircraft, like we just like dogfights. We got airplanes coming over, like dropping bombs, like shooting shit up. I think that could be like.
But then again, like if we're adding all this stuff, it sounds more like Battlefield then.
Ooh, what if they added some Call of Duty aspects to it? Kill streaks. What if like you get 5 kills, you get a UAV for like 15 seconds, or like you get like 10 kills, you get an airstrike.
Force people to pull up.
I swear this is Battlefield with just one light, bro.
It could help with the pacing of the game, because then you're just like, okay, we see dudes over here. You know, some people are not gonna just be like, hey, let's just chill. Most people are like, all right, I see him, let's go pull up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, anything that'll help pace the game, because that just sounds like a game that's gonna be drawn out so super long, yo.
Nuke should be added in too. Yeah.
just nuke everybody.
Yeah.
So basically, the beta it'll go into closed beta this summer. I'm not sure if that's going to be streamable, if they're going to be uploaded YouTube videos, but that's usually how they do with these PUBG games. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of big streamers on this game come this summer when the beta goes down. But they really haven't shown us any gameplay, so it's kind of hard to imagine what this is going to look like. Hopefully it's successful, because competition is always good. Other battle royale games, PUBG is feeling the heat from Fortnite. They recently released their the roadmap for the game. They actually just came out with like a 10 gigabyte patch. They got a new map coming next month. It's going to be a smaller map so that like 100 people can drop in, and they want you to be able to finish your games quickly. They say they're working on optimization. They got a new weapon coming out. They just recently added emotes. Do you feel like they're doing enough to combat Fortnite and what they're doing?
It's hard to say, man. Like, although they're kind of like the same, but they just in two different lanes at the same time, though. I mean, Fortnite is more, casual. PUBG, it's a little more of a hardcore.
Yeah, they said there's a new mode. There's some new vehicles. They're actually trying to improve the visuals. Let me see if I can bring up the new map on the screen. So the new map is going to be like this island map. As you can see, it's a lot smaller. Imagine 100 people dropping into this. Basically, it's just like find a weapon and good luck. This is going to be more of the Hunger Games. This one is supposed to come out next month, I believe, on the test servers. I don't know if y'all can see it on the stream, but I'm actually interested in this. If they get this right, then I feel like it'll draw me back more into the game, because the desert map was it's just awful. There's no flow to it. You just get shot in the back of the head all the damn time. Did you like the desert map, Jay?
The desert map was okay. It ended up being too convoluted though. It was just way too many buildings, and it was a good concept, like when we were looking at it, but actually getting in there, it's not as good as the original map. But it's not terrible. It was just a little bit too many buildings. We did want more buildings, but I think they just gave a little bit too many buildings for certain areas. So I do again enjoy the original map, but this one looks alright. Again, we just got to see how it plays. But I don't know, man. I don't know if this is enough to draw me back. Like, I'm not interested in the emotes. I want you to keep it as realistic as possible, and people aren't doing stuff out there on the real battlefield. You aren't doing ha and all that other stuff to people. So like emotes are a bad idea. The skins are okay, like the weapon skins, that's fine. But just like the emotes turn me off. I don't feel like you should be doing that, because now it's going to be like, oh, you're copying off of Epic and Fortnite because they have emotes, so why are you doing it too? So like, I don't want you to stoop to their level. Obviously you need to add stuff to the game, and you need to further optimize it, and obviously you need a new map and new guns and stuff, but don't be doing the emotes, bro. Like, I feel like just that specific aspect and like the achievements and stuff, like, you don't need to do any of that stuff.
Oh, one thing that they're also going to be adding too, they're putting more emphasis on vehicle and like limb bullet penetration. So like, I think it's on the test server now, don't quote me on that, but what's the name, what they want to do is, like, say you get shot in the arm, like, you'll run around with like a limp arm, I guess, and like same thing with like leg, or you might have like a limp to your walk or whatever. So they're trying to make it a little bit more realistic. Do y'all think that's cool?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, because I feel like all it would take is if you're almost in the blue and then someone just shoots you in the toe, and then now all of a sudden you're limping and the blue just kills you. But I guess that's the strategy of the game. So
you're good, nerd.
Yeah, basically. I don't know. It's hard to tell. There's just too many goddamn battle royale games. There's actually more battle royale news. H1Z1 went free to play. Huh? Yeah, anybody?
No, thank you.
I still never tried that.
No, thank you.
This is the MySpace of battle royale games. They just added a new auto royale game where like it's just doing drive-bys. You guys want to do some drive-bys? No,
man,
I need to watch someone play it. I know that like the first day that it came out, like some people were playing it, but I never actually tuned in and watched. I mean, to take a look at it, because like I enjoy games like Twisted Metal. And if it's like that, then I may be slightly interested, but I don't know. Like, they're trying things to keep doing innovative, but it just may be too little too late for them.
I feel that.
So this is drive-by DLC?
Yeah.
Well, it's free. So
it's free though.
Like Compton, yo, I'm good.
You're just jealous. You weren't with the H1Z1 wave when it was originally going on. You don't understand how popping MySpace was back in the day.
This is true.
You're a PUBG guy. So yeah, it's free to play if you never played H1Z1. I'm actually kind of sad because I remember I bought this game when it first came out. Do we get refunds? Like, come on, man, what the fuck? This shit free to play. I'm tired of games going free to play. Couple quick hits. All it was Battle Royale news in the damn PC. A couple quick hits before we wrap this one up. Let's see. Red Dead Redemption 2 got pushed back to the fall, specifically October 26, 2018. Does that date work for anybody?
As long as they get the game right, which Rockstar typically does, as long as they get it right, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. I'm just all in favor of get the game right, then bring it out. Don't bring it out and then first week of the game you gotta do 3 patches, and game comes out again you gotta do another 2 patches. Don't do 9 patches in 3 months. Don't be like 2K.
Did they say anything about a PC version of this game?
Not a word.
I didn't hear.
Man, I ain't trying to buy this shit on console just for them to announce it on PC a month later and sucker me into buying it again.
We're going to have to, bro. Watch they're going to do that. They're going to take another year to work on the PC version. We're going to have to get the console one.
Some bullshit.
I mean, did they announce doing like some type of multiplayer thing with it?
Well, the first one had multiplayer, so I'm pretty sure this one.
I'm saying on this one, did they announce it?
The rumor is
to be like with the game when the game comes out.
It's rumored to have battle royale.
All right. But so soon as the game comes out, it's not going to be something later. Well, I'm asking because I want to make sure because if they announce it on PC later, then that mode will probably come when it comes to PC.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. They haven't officially announced anything yet, so
I don't mind the day being pushed back though. It's like you said, it's like bittersweet. It's like, oh, it's getting pushed back. But at the same time, like I'd rather it be done right when it comes. That's kind of like how I felt about when Shadow of War got pushed back, but then you got to that fourth act.
Oh boy. Yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah, that could have used a little bit more time in the oven. Very undercooked.
In the middle.
Yeah, very undercooked. So yeah, look out for that, you guys, in October. Other news, let's see, Evo 2018 lineup has been announced. The games that'll be in competition are Tekken 7, Smash Bros. Wii U, Street Fighter 5, Blaze Blue Cross Tekken Battle, Guilty Gear XRD 2, Injustice 2, Smash Bros. Melee, and Dragon Ball Fighters. If you notice there's something missing on the list, because there is, and that's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which is a brand new fighter. There was a lot of drama going on in the FGC about this. Are you guys hurt that there's no Marvel vs. Capcom? What about, I know you be watching Evo like crazy, JG. Do you care there's no Marvel this year?
Nah, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite sucks ass. So I'm not upset, but I am upset overall that there's no Marvel. Like, if they're not gonna put in Infinite, they should have still put Ultimate in there, because I still enjoy watching Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, people say, oh, it's not hype, it's dying down, but as soon as the top 8 comes around, everybody's in that bitch watching. So I ain't trying to hear that, but they just did a bad job with Infinite. I didn't even pick it up. I waited for Dragon Ball, and they took their spot, man. Like, DBZ, Debo, they ass up out of here. It's crazy though, like the game just came out, man. I've never seen it before with like such a a renowned game. So, but it's crazy.
Don't underestimate how much people love Dragon Ball.
Oh no, I know they're gonna do big numbers, but it's still just crazy. Like, Blaze Blue made it too, so I was just like, man.
Yeah, I was just reading, I was like, Cross Tag Battle. I don't think that's out yet. That's a new game.
Yeah, Blaze Blue got they got them a little community too, so they put more emphasis on that rather than Marvel. So I think they knew that Marvel just was not getting that sort of hype that Ultimate did. So it is what it is. Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Dragon Ball lands between the 1 and the 3 spot in terms of viewership. I feel like Street Fighter is still going to be number 1, Melee would be maybe 2, and then Dragon Ball could get that 3rd spot in terms of viewership, which would be crazy for like a brand new game.
I agree with you, because when they got like all the hype around it before it got released, and when it's dropped, it was like, oh, like people were praising it like all across the board as like one of the best fighting games they played in a while.
Okay. Somebody in the chat said they should put Clay Fighter 64 in there. Oh my god. That was a classic game though.
It's Marvel, baby. I'm saying though, man. R.I.P. Marvel.
Yes.
My take on it real quick is that's what y'all get. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that game, yo, and you know why. You know what I mean? You know why. I was not a fan of Infinite when it first got announced. When I seen there was no X-Men characters in the game, I said, if there's no X-Men, Flock ain't playing it. So, no thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm glad something took the spot, too. Because that just goes to show that people ain't really messing with it like that.
Just got edged out. I mean, I think the reason people are upset is because the Blaze Blue Cross Tag, like something like that. Like, I'm not going to lie, that probably shouldn't be in the lineup, bro. That game is not out. It's unproven, but
I mean, when they announced that Street Fighter was coming, Street Fighter hadn't even been out yet, though.
But that's Street Fighter.
That's different.
But look what happened when Street Fighter came out. People were pissed about that because that game was unfinished, even when it did finally come out. Like, actually, it came out and they did it like right before the game actually dropped. Right?
Is that game finished?
Correction. We were. I mean, yeah, technically it is. We were pissed. The regular consumer was pissed. The FGC wasn't pissed because they still got to play it. That's what they really care about is the FGC community, because that's the one that's still holding the game up.
Right. You said, is it finished, TBH?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm finished with it.
Okay.
even though Sagada's coming?
Man, that's 2 years later, bro. I'm good.
Oh, man. It'd be like that. So don't expect no Marvel this year on Twitch when the tournament kicks off in July. Is Nomad fighting in Evo this year?
I don't know if he's going to Evo, but I know he's going to final round this weekend.
I don't know about Evo, but he's definitely going to final round.
True. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but the rumor is Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is supposed to be coming this year, and I would imagine they bundle it with Black Ops 4 for that $80 price tag, kind of how they did with the Infinite Warfare bundle. I know you're excited about it, Flock. I wanted to ask you, so if they do an HD remaster, how do you want them to do it? Like, you want them to do it from like the ground up, everything looks better, keep it all the same mechanically, like how it was at launch, or how the game ended, if that makes sense?
Definitely not how it ended, because it ended up terrible with just the overall. It just turned into Hacker City, and the only thing I say I hated about Modern Warfare 2 was the noob tubing.
So then you would want it how it ended, because when it first came out, them 1887s and them noob tubes was destroying everybody.
I mean, it was cool. I'll say the best the best fun I had playing the game was probably like maybe 6 months after it came out.
Okay.
But they gotta bring Favela back. You cannot not have that mapping. I know people got offended and they took the stuff down. Like, y'all can go in there and just kind of like blur out whatever was offensive in that bathroom. Y'all bring Favela back. That was like my favorite map in that game. Gotta bring back Favela.
The UMP 45 with the silencer.
P90 baby.
Yes,
silence ACR baby.
What's the name? So let me ask you this, Jay. If they offered this as an $80 bundle only, would you buy it? Or if they offer this as a $20 standalone, would you leave Black Ops alone and just get the $20?
$20.
Yeah, it would definitely do that.
So y'all really ain't no Black Ops.
No, here's my deal, though. Here's my
deal.
And I feel that they're going to do it. I actually know that they're going to do it because they did it with Modern Warfare. They absolutely cannot bring the DLC maps again for DLC. Can you please give us all the damn maps? Like, I'm not trying to deal with this shit again.
That?
Yes,
yeah.
they did.
Wow.
I did an
DLC for
about
DLC.
That,
yeah.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Is this what y'all were dealing with? All the people that got the Modern Warfare remaster? Are you buying these maps again? Like, are you out of your damn mind? Can you please give us all the damn maps and stop playing with me? I ain't got time for this.
That's ridiculous. I don't want none of them damn loot crates in the game either.
No, I'm good.
One thing that I would really want them to bring back, I feel like a lot of people slept on this. There was a third-person mode in Modern Warfare 2 that I used to love. I used to play that a lot. Hopefully they bring it, but whatever. I hope they bring back all the modes. I love third-person. Shout out to everybody in the chat to play third-person in Modern Warfare 2. But mechanically, don't change anything. Just keep it, I feel like, the way that it ended with the new tubes being nerfed and all that. What about you, JK? You a big Modern Warfare 2 fan?
Yeah, definitely. I really feel like they should just keep it the way. I prefer it to come out as a standalone for $20. Like, I'd be cool with that. Maybe $30. But if I'm fucking with Black Ops 4, like, if I see it and it looks appealing, then I might get the $80 bundle. But if I see Black Ops 4 and I'm not down for it, then I'm like hoping they do like a $20 standalone. Yeah,
they 1v1 on Rust is coming back. That'll be a refreshed meme. So yeah, look out for that. It hasn't been confirmed, but that's the rumor. I feel like this is true. They have no reason not to do it after the success of the first one.
Yeah.
So it just
for the Xbox Live messages coming back, baby.
Hey, message to all friends. I just scammed you. What's the name? Let's see. Another rumor. The next Battlefield is supposed to be Battlefield 5, and it's supposed to be set in World War II. I'm not gonna lie. I'm personally just kind of burnt out on Battlefield. And I felt it during Battlefield 1. The last one that I really enjoyed was Battlefield Hardline. I don't care. This is going to World War II. What y'all think?
I'm tired of like the old wars now. It's like, let's get off that, please. Because like you did Battlefield 1, which is in World War 1. Then you got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like World War 2. Now we got Battlefield doing World War 2. I feel like it's getting played out now.
I remember Battlefield was like refreshing to me, like from Call of Duty. Because I got Battlefield 3 on the PC, and that was like the first like real game in a long time I got on the PC, and that shit was like fucking beautiful, and it was just like a refreshing thing compared to Call of Duty. But now I'm just kind of tired of both of the franchises. They come out every damn year. I don't want them to go back to World War II. I think it's a terrible idea. Battlefield 1 left a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm not excited about any other Battlefields or Call of Duty. Like, I'm kind of tired of both of the franchises.
It's like, at this point, at this point, what can you do, bro? We've been to World War II 100,000 times. Between now and the last damn World War II game, which was this year, nothing has changed in the history of World War II. There was no secret laser Nazi weapon that you about to put in the game. Like, it's gonna be the same shit. I'm good. I'm not buying it. If it's really World War II, I'm not buying it. It's a no for me, dog. Maybe this war game will excite you guys. What about Garden Warfare 3, huh? Plants vs Zombies?
Oh my god!
Come on, y'all know Plants vs Zombies. Garden Warfare is fire.
The first one was fine.
Yeah, you know what though? Yeah, it was actually pretty lit. Like Garden Warfare was actually pretty dope. So like, I'm not excited about it, but like, if there's nothing else to play when it comes out, like I'll get it.
I feel like this is one of those games that's dope, but like people always slept on it.
Absolutely.
Maybe this will be the year. They got to really push it. But supposedly, like, Amazon leaked that this game was coming. I'm pretty sure they'll announce it during E3. Maybe drop the price for like $30 to get more people into it, especially because it's a multiplayer only game. I think it was 60. But I think it's a dope team-based shooter. If there's not a lot coming out around that time, I definitely will play it and stream it. I enjoyed it.
I used to watch JG play it.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Goofy looking.
I think
game.
I played the first one. I didn't play the second one though.
Yeah, I played the beta for the second one. I didn't buy it though, but the first one I bought it.
Sure. Listen, the War of 1812. Oh my goodness, in the chat. What you fighting, the Spanish flu? This one's good right here. So TMZ stopped Floyd Mayweather recently. They asked him coincidentally, what you working on? He said, I got a video game coming out. So how you guys I'm not gonna lie, after I watched your video, like, I went back and watched that clip, and I was like, yeah, that whole interview was kind of suspicious, bro. The dude just happened to know Mayweather was working on a video game, or he was working on something, period. So yeah, Mayweather announced that he's working on a video game. Nobody knows what this is. Is it gonna be a console PC game, or is this gonna be a mobile game? We're gonna get another Joe Montana football here. What do y'all what if anything, I'm gonna be honest, I don't expect much from Mayweather boxing. Hopefully it'll light a fire under EA to make another fight night, though.
Maybe
a good fight night.
If nobody wants to go, I'll go.
Go ahead.
All right, how I feel about it personally, well, TBH touched on it. It was coincidental that they pulled up on it and just happened to ask him that, because in what world would you really just run when first thing you ask Floyd Mayweather is what you work on? When is gonna be another a Mayweather punch out or something like that? It's like, come on, fam, like, stop playing. You didn't fool me on that, but it's whatever. That's just what they do. They get paid to do. And I feel like that game, Floyd can be difficult to work with. So he said in the little brief interview that he likes to have ownership in whatever he's involved in. This is why he wasn't in any fight night games after round 2. So he wants to have ownership in it. And if he wants to have ownership in it, EA not playing that, 2K not playing that, any other like major sports developmental team is not going to have that. So that game has the traces and the stench of mobile Joe Montana type game, so hopefully we start seeing, if we do see screenshots later or whatever, it's confirmed to be on some type of console. But Mike Tyson also came out with his own game back on the PS2, and that game was butt. So, it's just, I don't know. With boxing, it's tricky because you have to have the different licenses and stuff for each individual person. It's not like say UFC or NBA and NFL, where if you have a deal with that organization and you have the Players Association and all that, you can use all their likenesses. It's like each individual person. Not
to mention all the different leagues. That's why there's so many different damn belts. That's what I said,
all the licenses from like the IBF and the WBA, WBC and stuff like that. So it's definitely more difficult, and that's why I think that's the reason why we haven't gotten a fight night game in the past 6 years or so. So it's going to be tough, but that shit just definitely has all the ideas, man, all the recollection of that Joe Montana written all over it, yo. It's gonna be tough to see them pull that off.
This game gonna have 4 characters in it. It's gonna have 20-year-old Floyd Mayweather Jr. It's gonna have 30-year-old Floyd Mayweather Jr. It's gonna have 40-year-old Floyd Mayweather Jr. And it's gonna have Floyd Mayweather Sr. And that's it.
Don't forget Roger too. Roger,
they gonna be
he's a boxer.
You might have Adrian Broner in there, maybe Adrian Broner.
Yeah, it'll probably have some of them fighters that's under the money team, under his management or whatever. But because he gotta have his hands on everything. So like no one's gonna release that.
There, bro.
Yeah, no one's gonna. Right, you gotta have a 50-cent knockoff so you can beat him up and stuff on there.
You gonna have Justin Bieber. You gonna have everybody that came out with him to his interests.
Some Adrian Boner rapping DLC, some karaoke rap DLC.
It's unfortunate, man, because I've been like really like yearning for a good boxing game to come out, man, because I'm a huge boxing fan. And
I think it's just time for one with the Twitch community. Yeah, that'd be a great game to stream.
Absolutely, we've been waiting.
Because I know myself, and I know TBA's like you know what I'm saying, like fight night and stuff. So I mean, it'll be definitely a good game to see the GI, you know what I'm saying, playing for bragging rights, and along with like Patreon people too.
It was supposed to be UFC, but
nah, I'm good.
Not happening.
So, what's the name? Yeah, keep an eye on that. It'd be interesting to see how that manifests in the next couple of years. If it isn't, we don't know when it's coming. We don't even know if it's real. He might have been trolling. Who knows? We'll see. That is all I got on my notes. Closing conversation I wanted to throw out there. Once again, gaming is in the news. They're once again blaming video game on violence with all the school shootings going on. Mr. Trump, I'm not going to call him president because he's not my president. But yeah, Mr. Trump is blaming video games. I think he's supposed to be having a White House meeting with Super Mario and Link or something like that to discuss how video games are destroying the mind of the children. Good Morning America did this whole piece blaming Fortnite on instead of bad parenting, saying that people's kids aren't going to sleep. They're playing Fortnite. They're not doing their homework. And people just need to beat their motherfucking kids. But how y'all feel about the media blaming gaming for everything once again? How you feel about it?
I think it's really stupid because like, one, I mean, we are all gamers here, but like, I never like, even though I played some violent games growing up, it's like I never like thought, yeah, I'm gonna go shoot up a school. Like you can't blame it on the video games, and like I'm like, if that's the case, if you're using like that type of media, blaming it like it influences kids from violence, like can't talk, but like you gotta pretty much look at all media, then like all right, include movies, TV shows, books, like all things of that nature, because like it can like influence the mind and imagination if you want to look at it like that. So that's what I'm saying is like don't just blame video games if that's your mentality about it.
Fucking there was also a study that came out that said 80% of school shooters had no interest in video games. So like it's like statistically proven that it's not true. There was this one, I think it was Good Morning America video, like it was another piece that they did on the news where like they interviewed like this old dude. He's like, these kids, they playing these video games, they're going crazy. Back in my day when we used to go to school, I used to come to school in high school with a hunting rifle in my car. I used to pull up to the school parking lot with a hunting rifle. I never thought about shooting anybody. Yeah, because in 1936 you was hanging niggas. That's why you wasn't shooting no damn body. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Get your nut ass out of here, bro. How you feel about it, JG?
Man, it's like every 5 to 10 years we have this same conversation. It just goes around like clockwork. Every time there's like a major school shooting. Because the funny thing is, this year alone, it's been 18 school shootings. Repeat, 18 school shootings, bro. And the latest one again, and the most major one was the one in Parkway, man. Like, it's crazy. And half of these do not even get reported on the major news. So just think about it.
Yeah, there was one like yesterday they didn't really talk about.
Yeah, like, are you telling me that all of these kids, all of these school shooters are from video games, bruh? No, they are not. It's been so many years, it's been decades, and I've never thought once with me playing video games that I wanted to go shoot up something. Like, one of my favorite game franchises of all time is Grand Theft Auto, and that's a main game that they were trying to put their hands on and say that this is making kids go crazy. Back in the 90s, it was Mortal Kombat. They didn't want kids playing that. Like, it's stupid, bruh. It's stupid. Right. Government try to blame everything. You even try to blame music. Try to blame that rap music for kids going crazy. But you don't say that kids shoot up schools from music. You don't say that kids shoot up schools from movies. Movies are way more violent than video games, in my opinion. But you never hear of that influence.
Yeah, because it's realistic violence.
Yeah, like That's stupid. It's realistic violence, but wouldn't that realistically make you want to go shoot up something then?
Right.
Like that would just be the logistics of it. But you have virtual violence. Fortnite, bro. We were just talking about how this is a good game for kids and adults to enjoy, and you're saying that Fortnite is a reason why kids want to go shoot up shit. Miss me with that, bro. Miss me with that. The thing is, and how it always is for decades, is the parents are not being parents. You're not talking to your kids. You don't get to know them, and all of a sudden they become depressed. And you're like, oh, he was a good kid. I didn't
hit him with that
Eminem
line, Jay.
Fun fact: from working with kids, we used to always say that you could tell who talked to their kids. Like, it was a lot of kids that went in and out my door, and you could tell who talked to their kids. So stop blaming video games, bro. You need to start telling people what it is and helping them understand that certain things are just entertainment.
Yeah, all you gotta do is talk to them. I'm telling you, if you talk to your kids, I'm sure that it'll be like way better situation. You can diffuse so many things that's going on at their school. Like, you don't know their kids are bullying them. You know why? Because you don't ask. And then all of a sudden they take the matters into their own hands because guess what? They don't have anybody to talk to. What did they talk to their parents first? Right? Anybody? All these kids going to school, they don't have any friends. They don't have anybody to comfort them. You're supposed to be the one to comfort them. And since you're not doing that, guess what they go do? They go end up finding out how to get into your safe to get your gun, get your bullets, and then they go up to school to shoot up shit. Or they make their own guns. They end up finding out, going to the internet, doing all of that. Again, you're not paying attention to what your kids are doing, and that's why they're doing this shit. And it's crazy, man. It's not video games at all, man.
I think they need to start looking into like these like kids like personal lives and backgrounds and like where they're coming from. They do this. It's like, if anything, you could view video games as an outlet. But like, if you notice like all these like school shooters or whatever, like it was always like some type of like they were like being bullied, or like you said, like don't have any friends, and like felt like they had nobody to talk to. And so that's my thing, is like it's more so of like you have to look into them, like their personal lives, like whatever issue they had going on. Don't blame it on video games or any media outlet, because you know that's them. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them is just weirdos, because if I remember, what was that one kid like 5 years ago that had that manifesto before he shut up the school? I think he was a Hispanic kid, and he was like, the reason I'm shooting up the school is because old girl won't date me or some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you remember.
California.
That one was all over. That one was all over the news. That's a simple conversation with your father, bro. Your daddy couldn't give you no game, so now you gonna go shoot up the whole damn school.
Yeah,
bro.
He was an entitled ass boy too. Ain't nobody entitled to you to no pussy, bro. Like, shut up.
But it's Grand Theft Auto, bro. Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, but Grand Theft Auto was the reason, right? No, he wouldn't get no pussy from who he wanted to get it from, and that's why. That's exactly why that happened.
I think I saw a meme. It was like basically that weird kid or whatever had like depressed motherfucker, like give him some ass or something. We was like, use that cooter to stop that school shooter.
I don't know. Like you said, I feel like every 10 years this conversation comes back around.
It does.
I feel like because our generation has grown up with video games, eventually this conversation will be dead. All these old people in Congress and shit, they about to go out. They time coming. So
hopefully
that'll get rid of. You can't go get rid of all of it, but some of it.
Like y'all need to get with the time, man, or just die off. I'm tired of hearing about this.
Yeah, because according to the news, because we play 2K, we should have been in the NBA. All that 2K we be playing. It is what it is. So yeah, talk to your goddamn kids. Stop being extra.
Can I speak on it from a parent? This coming from a parent. As a kid, when I was a kid, the game that actually started the whole ESRB rating requirement was Mortal Kombat. So when I was a little kid, you know, Mortal Kombat was the game that everybody said, "Oh, these games are too this is too violent," you know, stuff like that. So my thing is, you have an ESRB rating. If these young kids are doing it, they can't purchase them unless they're 17.
Yeah.
So if a lot of these kids are 15, 16 years old doing this stuff and whatnot, who's buying the games for them? Just saying, man. It just sounds
that's
like
because the parents ain't looking into what they playing.
They just saying, "Hey, I want this." That's like I remember having a conversation with y'all, telling y'all like, "Yeah, my son wants this GTA." I'm like, I already told him. I'm like, dude, you better not. That's all I told him. I just said, you better not. He just looked at me like, I know. I better not hear you repeat nothing. I better see you no mannerisms or none of the stuff you playing on this game, dude. Or it's a wrap. Bottom line.
That was actually one of the reasons I never played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or Vice City. I wasn't allowed to.
Mm-hmm. But see,
I grew up on Nintendo.
Yeah, because he's 12 and he's smart. He's on the honor roll all the time. He's mad respectful and stuff like that. So he's kind of like how I was. It's like, He's not easily influenced. So it's just like he just knows it's just a game. You know what I'm saying? It's just a game. He doesn't take what he gets out of that game and try to recreate it in real life. It's like you'd be surprised. I seen somebody ask in the chat, like, how can you be in the same house with your kids and not know what's going on with them? Like, you'd be surprised, man. Because a lot of people that have kids that's at that age, you know, playing these games, they had them young at a young age, like myself. So they're doing their own thing. They're on social media, on the phone, or probably if they're gamers. Because most kids that, you know, play games, they got experience. They got their experience from that, you know, put on to it by their parents. Because that's how I did. My mom played games, so that's how I got put on it. Right. So it's like you just got to make sure with me, you just make sure you let the kids know that, look, this is what it is. And it's the same shit from the 90s, bro, that's going on today, that they're just trying to find a scapegoat. You know what I mean? No one wants to blame the parents when you have school shooters. No one wants to say this. And when it's a school shooter, it's, oh, he had emotional issues. He had this type of issue. Or he was listening to this song before he went in there and did this, blaming on rap music, blaming on... I mean, when they tried to blame Marilyn Manson for Columbine. You know what I mean? It's like, how can you blame that dude for what some sick bastard did? You know, you can't blame it on the song. So I just feel like the parents need to be parents and monitor what their kids do, because I damn sure do it. Because I don't want to ever get that phone call, you know? So, and in here, you know, one of my kids did some stuff. They played a game and they went in there and, you know, just like when I was a kid, we used to watch wrestling all the time. They tell you, don't do that, don't go to school, or don't be outside doing that shit. Like, don't go outside and just DDT somebody on the car. You know what I mean? So you know better. That's all. I mean, but everybody not wired the same way. So that's all, man. It's just looking for a scapegoat.
Yeah. I think everybody just needs to eat a little bit more booty, calm everybody's nerves.
Plus the people that's covering this stuff, they so out of touch too. So
that too, yeah. Not the booty here. Old farts always try to talk about something. They don't even know what they do.
You know the funny thing, I would just want to say one other thing. When Donald Trump, when he got a hold of this, said he's going to have this meeting, the funniest thing that this man tweeted was, we need to have ratings on video games. I said, nigga, are you stupid? That is the whole reason why we have the ESRB system. Like, what does mature mean? What does teen mean? What does everyone mean? You jackass? Or you, like, what is wrong with you?
The funny thing too about Trump is, I guarantee if somebody sat him down and let him play Fortnite, he'd like it, because it's all about building walls.
Right.
Yo, this is so bad. I think I'm gonna play it some more. It is what it is. Motherfuckers is retarded. That's all I got on my show notes. Is there anything y'all want to add to the conversation before we wrap this one up?
Nah, man. I feel like I've been ranting too long about this. They're just pissing me off every time I hear about it.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, this has been Gaming Illuminati episode 68. Since you are the guest today, you got the floor. J. Kel, what is your closing statement for tonight's episode? Go.
I think some of the topics we touched on were made some pretty good points as well. I also, like, once again, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I do appreciate you guys for having me on here. I thoroughly enjoy the way you guys interact with your community, for supporting you. And most people don't do that, so it's a bit refreshing to see you guys come together and do that. Like the free giveaway games you do for your Patreon back payers. But other than that, no, that's pretty much all I got. But if you're watching this, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to these guys.
There you go. Flock got the floor. What's your closing statement for Game Illuminati episode 68? Go.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody that came through watching it live and that's gonna watch it on the replay, man. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead, subscribe to the homie TBH. Everybody in the Game Illuminati, the GI channel, all that stuff. Check us out. On those platforms that we told you about earlier that the podcast will be on. Listen to it on the go. All that stuff, man. I'm about to be out of here. TBA said something I ain't like. I'm about to go record a video about him, and then I'll be right back on the podcast next week.
All right, JG, what's your closing statement for episode 68? Go.
Man, shout out to everybody that came through. Hope you all enjoyed the conversation, especially the last one. We're not done. We're not gonna be done. We will have the GI radio immediately after this. Well, at 8, so it's gonna be a little bit, and then we're going to do the triple threat as well. So we got 2 more things that are going to involve me. Got a very, very busy night. So hopefully the majority of y'all stay through for GI radio and triple threat after that. But again, appreciate everybody that came through live, and shout out to the people that will be watching this on YouTube.
Y'all need a guess for Triple Threat, JG?
Huh?
Y'all got a guess for Triple Threat?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, check it out. Check us out on Spotify, bro. Check us out on that.
Yeah. If you don't know about our sports podcast, Triple Threat, that's available on the GI channel at youtube.com/GI updates. Look for the playlist. My closing statement for tonight's episode is March is Women's History Month. What's the name? So if you're a gamer and you're a female in the chat right now watching this live, just want to let you guys know that Twitch, if you're a streamer and you're a female and you're trying to get into streaming, Twitch is currently doing a contest with some women's organization. Basically, they're giving out $5,000 to $2,000 grants for females that are trying to get into streaming. You can use that money to improve your stream setup, get games and stuff like that. Whatever you're trying to do.
Let me be quiet. Let me mute myself.
What about the white Christian heterosexual males? What about our month? There's Black history, there's women's history. What about the white man? Check this. Here's the title of the article. Go on the site. Its title is Twitch is Empowering Female Streamers. Look for that article. I got the link on there. Basically, if you want to win some free money and you're a woman in the chat, you just write an essay saying what you would do with the money, how it would help you, blah, blah, blah. And then they're going to select some people. So that's just an opportunity. I wanted to put that out there if you're in the chat and you're looking to try to get into that. Anyways, other than that, this has been Gaming Illuminati episode 68. I would thank you guys for joining us in on the conversation. If you guys want to take the show on the go, keep in mind that we are available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Store, and now Spotify. Search Gaming Illuminati on Spotify. Keep in mind that we spell the word naughties and naughty or nice. Other than that, if you're watching the video version of this podcast, what up in the future, hit the like button. And we're going to see you guys on the next episode of the Gaming Illuminati podcast. Peace out, guys.
Hey, thanks for watching my video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you'll never miss another video. Also, consider pledging my Patreon. It helps keep the lights on. There's a link in the description box below. Peace.